long and stressful early morning as you guys were able to thwart a summoning ritual by the Cult of Asmodius. You all find yourselves back into the comfort of Troll Skull Alley in your manor. Sitting around, Grimnir has come on in and decided to sit amongst you all. As Sable and Aerith seem very content on drinking their milk and Liv handing them glass after glass. They seem to go in a daze. Milk seems to overwhelm them.
Oh my gosh.
And you watch as first Aerith falls. And then Sable.
I even rolled the second part.
Sponging them.
Licking
Like a kitten.
like a kitten. Does this normally happen?
Does it?
Horribly addicted.
Once in a while, but I don't know. Can I make a perception check to see if there's a buffering sign above their heads?
Roll perception.
13.
You think you see something, but you aren't sure.
They're phasing in and out like a character about to go into Smash Bros.
Yeah. They're kind of something's wrong. It's like their systems aren't working. And you see as Aerith stands up and he's like, I need to go take care of something. And then he goes and walks out. And
Bye.
Bye. And you watch as the flaps go out. And then as they're kind of moving back and forth, you watch as another figure walks on in, another Spellotramp, and he's, what the hell's wrong with him?
He is absent-minded.
There's nothing out of
It's
the
like he's
ordinary.
absent of personality.
That's what I said.
Yeah, it's strange. So, how are what? So I you know I was there. I saw.
Yes, we saw you outside. Yes.
How did you guys do it?
Not easily.
It was incredibly easy.
Never mind.
It came up and I said, I don't think so, demon. I punched it 2 times in the face and it was dead.
Just roll deception for me.
I think that's like a 9.
Roll Tale of Lies.
Huh. That's pretty good.
This was amazing. Yes.
Yes. Well, so I hear that you're kind of dibble-dabbling around, but you know this place is still a little bit of a excuse me, but a little bit of a dump.
Volo. Well,
Wow.
being honest, it's... I wouldn't want to sleep here, eat here.
Yes, you made your point.
Yeah, yes, it's quite...
It's
In other words,
it's
it's
a
a dump.
fixer-upper.
Oh, right.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, we...
Do you know about that?
Yeah. Well, not really.
Do you see that?
I just see the black ichor that's kind of... Again, another thing that we need to improve upon.
Yeah.
I think it's improvement.
What?
He's
You think
more
it's an
interested
improvement?
now. This will help you with song.
Seems
It
like-
might.
You'll be playing hurdy-gurdy, you throw up, maybe it sounds nice.
Write a
You
song
say,
about it.
hold on. Do it again, maybe that's nice too, you know?
I'd like to roll investigation to find out where this man is from, but
yeah,
not ask.
Roll... Yeah, roll... No, actually I'd say
Ow.
history. History more
Okay.
so.
That's going to be a 15 for history.
15.
What part of the world is this man from?
Probably northern. It's more of a northern accent from what you understand, but you don't really know the exact dialect or location from what you hear.
I find him strange.
Yeah.
So,
Why are you here, Volo? And Rainier, what do you want?
Well, we're here to kind of help out, fix up the place, if you will. You know, it's you're gonna be helping out Rainier, and you know we figured that
It's already been handled. The Castellanders are going to fix us up. It's a nice place.
Castellanders.
Yes.
And then Rainier says, how did you start to talk to the Castellanders?
Well, they started talking to us first.
Really?
Yeah.
What did they say?
I don't know if that family's personal business is yours.
It is true. They came to us in a very personal manner.
That's
You know
fine.
how information is these days.
I do not know why they are being so rude. They came to us. Their daughter was dying. They said, "Hey, we will help you out with your place if you help our daughters." We say, "Okay, that sounds nice," because
Okay.
otherwise we would have had to pay incredible loan, which we could not pay, and we had no money ourselves. So we
Use
said,
message.
"Yes, sure, sounds good."
Best.
That's what we did. Whether or not we will follow through with them is probably not, but I mean, you know, we might. I don't know. I don't think that far ahead.
You guys are good-hearted, really.
Well,
yes.
well, you just admitted to making a half promise, but
Well,
You know.
I know you all. I think you'll follow through on your promises.
We keep our promises. If the price is
absolutely,
right.
yes. If there's anything you've learned from us, it's that we're a promising sort.
But
That's the Demon Fuckers United Way.
That's
Have you
right.
heard of us?
Perhaps you've heard of us.
although I despise my father, I've at least given him the opportunity to speak to me about what's going on with the Vault of Dragons, and I let him know of your involvement and how you're all going to help me. And Volo sent a message. There was no reply, but I think it was good for him to know, per se, if he wanted to ever lend a hand to me.
Where is he?
He's up in Neverwinter.
Oof.
It's up north, big city. Very far north. It's brutal, but my father fell in love with the city, but I hate it. He took precedence over my mother's sickness for him, and he was willing to bastardize and basically gyp the city out of its money to save that city. I don't know why or how or what he did, but that's why he stole the money.
Sounds like big asshole.
That's what I think too.
Oof.
But he left me here, went to Neverwinter, and hasn't looked back. But I figured, if the money's so important to him, for Neverwinter, or have you, that he should know who to contact to help himself and me with making sure my name isn't so cussed in these streets.
Do you think that the Castellanders might be able to help you with your reputation?
Castellanders, no, they're cutthroat.
They
Bankers. They're bankers. I don't know a lot. I know a lot of people that are indebted to the Castellanders because of their dealings. It's what it is, and money buys a lot of things in this city. Favor, weapons, what have you. You can have your own personal army within the city of Waterdeep if you really wanted.
That's definitely on my bucket list.
Yes, well, there's definitely some ways you could get your own personal army, but I don't recommend it. But
Have you ever been to the underbelly?
the underbelly.
That's what I assumed it was called, something of that sort.
Wherever
Are
you
you
took us.
speaking about Undermountain.
We went to
Yes.
Xanathar Guild. We fought, and then went down to the crazy place with these skulls.
He was covered in blood.
My shit got knocked on. I was fire.
That was fucking nuts.
Men
Fire.
with tentacles roam the streets.
Are you talking about Skullport?
Yes, I believe that was the name.
I've always wanted to research the location. What was it like?
There were these great skulls above us looking down.
It
He
was
sees he pulls
uncomfortable.
out a notebook.
Yes.
And there
Dark.
were jelly women,
Don't forget the man with the tentacles
Jelly
that
women.
followed us around.
tentacle
There
men.
was this one crazy person with these long ears. And he would say, oi, 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 oi. We did not know what it meant, but it meant a lot of sense at the time.
Write this down. Write
Yeah,
this.
but remember, the ears were like these, right?
They were positively 3 feet.
They
wide.
weren't that long. They would be.
Okay.
What
It was like this.
Wait,
That's
wait.
insane.
Didn't he fly with those?
Yes, he flew
They
in.
were only this big.
He made this sound
I feel like
specifically. Write this down. Get your notepad. He said,
Skullport.
"Oi, oi, 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 oi."
Do you know what
So
dialect or what type of language that is?
I believe it's Draconic.
No, I've heard Draconic before. That's not Draconic.
Deep Draconic. You might not know it, Sonny.
Remember,
roll deception. I want deception with advantage. Like, yeah, when you can roll, and you actually each of you roll. Each of you roll.
That's a crit, baby!
20.
16.
60.
Ah!
Really well.
Deep Right. Well,
Yes! That's the
There.
crit I need.
from what I understand about Undermountain, is there are layers, and it's dangerous.
Incredibly.
Some say that the dungeon itself of Undermountain is moving. That's what I heard.
I cannot comment on that. I don't know if
I didn't notice it was moving.
I didn't know it was a place up until now.
we were moving. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Walking around quite a bit.
Well, Skullport is roughly,
Why are
I'd
you
say-
testing the wind?
It's underground.
four layers of the Underdark below,
What?
from what I understand.
This is method.
But I don't have the gusto to really go down there.
Oh, come on. Look at
We
you.
could take you down there.
You could take me down.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now,
You would.
we would need quite a lot of money. It's dangerous for you to go down there and
Don't know.
for you to come back.
I don't know if we can do this.
Yeah, I don't actually
I
know.
got this. There's a guy with an elevator.
That's right.
I guess.
I remember him.
I'm in the club.
No, we can.
Rainier speaks up and he's like, "You're pulling his leg, aren't you?" No.
Listen,
Volo.
I don't know.
Yes?
We should go.
The demon fuckers are honest men.
Oh,
Honestly, I think, Volo, I think if you want to go, then there's got to be a moment in your life that you should go, but I don't know.
self-actualization is really important
Yes,
moment.
to be honest, I was giving your
Are you ready?
leg a bit of a yank, but I don't think, you know.
I
Well,
wouldn't go.
Not only that, if you
Yeah.
want, you know.
One day.
Watch a
one day.
Sable.
Ugh.
What the?
Even deeper within the bowl.
Licking his milk.
One day we take you down. Maybe you got to pay us like
Sable, how's your milk, by the
600
way?
dragon. I don't know.
It's pretty good.
I think you should be able to go down
Nice.
there once you totally understand Deep Draconic.
Deep I'll,
It's the language
I'll look that up at the
Never heard of that
library.
either.
I wouldn't. They probably don't
Yeah,
have
no
anything
books.
on there.
No books.
No books, so I'd have to learn it there.
No, you have to
Meditation.
just know it.
Meditation.
Meditation.
I don't know.
Actually, I can teach you the prayer if you pay up a little bit.
Wow, you can.
Persuasion.
This is exactly what a bard needs.
Derail.
Sorry, I'm trying to make a little
No,
bit.
there's no rails right now.
I know.
That is a unnatural 20.
Ooh.
And he reaches into his side and Grimnir kind of nods along and Volo goes, yeah, and he hands you what happens to be like 4 dragons, 4 gold.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you made it back. You were hitchhiking.
Come close.
Mm.
Close. No one else can hear.
Okay.
You got it?
Did you have your notepad ready?
Louder, son. To yourself. Loud but quiet.
Imagine you're a
In-
dragon.
Diaphragm. Diaphragm.
Yes, perfect, I think. I don't know his language. What's
So-
fascinating
So you're saying when I get down there
saying...
that this is what they do?
Golden ticket.
Also, if you want to learn other words or anything like that, come back to me.
I'm gonna stay around the yawning portal, see if there's some people that have gone down to Skullport, try and connect with them a little
Try
bit.
to mingle culturally.
Yes, and then see if I can get it.
He's gonna walk up to you and go...
Remember, it's culturally normal for you to startle them. Don't come in from the front. Flank them.
Sounds good.
Like on the
And
edge.
you watch as he kind of sneaks around to Sable, and then just tosses the milk,
He doesn't
and then
understand.
Leaf grabs it and just kind of floats it down, and then
Oh,
pours
yeah.
another.
Nice.
Well, that's
Practice makes perfect. You'll get there.
Alright. Well, this has been very productive for what I thought I was gonna help you kind of rehash things here, but now I got a lot to think about. Rainier, do you want to go hire some workers for the time being?
And he's like, yes, we can hire some workers. I believe that if you see outside, there's some construction materials for redoing this area. We can try and basically hire some commoners, and even some of you could put in some work.
Do you know how long you think this project would take?
If you have everybody working full speed and probably some of you pitch in a little bit, you could get it working within a 10 day. Of course, it would be
Within 10 days?
in a 10 day, yes.
Okay.
But it'd be pretty minimal, but from there I can get some things together and we can get some options of how to expand it further. Like possibly adding, I don't know, like a coach house, a dance floor, a larder, guest bedrooms, a feasting hall, saloon bar, a snug, a
Wow.
stable, stage, tap room, the whole deal. Well, beer engine even. We can throw that in. But these are little baby steps that we need to.
Those are baby steps?
Well, no, that would bring it from what.
Those are big boy steps.
Yes, big boy steps from this squalid establishment to something that's a little bit more comfortable and something that could compete with. There's this other tavern nearby.
What does squalid mean?
Not that nice.
Okay.
Kind of shithole.
He could have said that.
I know.
What did he say? Squalid?
Squalid.
I thought he said
I've never heard it
squality.
in my...
Squalid.
No, he did not say that. Squalid.
That's
Kinda
deep
funny.
Draconic
Because-
there, sir.
I don't know if you see. Possibly about a block over, there's another tavern run by this guy named Frewn.
You should fuck his shit up.
You want to... What?
Well, not that.
Wanna get into a
I'm just
fight?
saying that you are in direct business competitors with this.
Uh-huh.
We haven't
And-
met him. Does he... Have
We
you
should
met him?
eventually
Does
say
he have an
hello
opinion?
minimally.
Well,
Let's kill him.
apparently He
one way to do it.
I
a
know.
stingy bastard, but knows how to run a fine
What's the name again?
McTernan.
McFrewn.
I have spent a great deal of my life as a inside trader. I know how to get into businesses, pretend like, hey, I want to work here. I get the information, and then I get out. And I sink that business. Okay?
Wow.
So why don't I go over there and pretend to be customer and say, hey, this is so cool. Well, what do you make every month?
I think you should go with them, probably.
I don't need other person.
Well, I just think you don't think so.
I mean, like, he could come, it would
Well,
slow me down.
I think he should be able to go in personally by himself.
You don't tell me what you think I should do.
I'm just telling him what I
You
think.
know
he
what?
should
No one's ordering anyone around.
That's
I think
true.
he's perfectly fine
do.
on
Absolutely.
his own. We'll meet this Emic Frewn. We'll talk with you about it.
I think there should be something going on there tonight. It's usually pretty puzzling all the time. For funsies, someone roll a D100 for me.
Oh my goodness. I got you. Do I got you? No, I don't. No, I do. Do I? Yes. Oh yeah.
41.
41.
41?
No,
Yeah, it is.
41.
Uh-oh.
So,
I know I picked him out of my head.
would you all like to head on over, just scope the place out?
Sure.
Sure,
Yeah.
why not?
I could use a drink. Sure.
Hey! Yeah!
Let's
Should I taste the demon blood?
meet some women, right?
Hey! Yeah.
Yeah, you're into women, right?
Whoa, whoa.
I'm just asking.
Yes.
That's the younger generation.
Yeah. Well,
Can't say.
yes, of course. I don't.
I saw
Can
you.
I insight check that?
yeah, go for it.
I haven't thought this.
13.
I'm extremely.
Oh, do I?
homophobic.
I'm not deceiving.
Yeah.
Literally getting the vibes of, yeah, pretty sure.
So he doesn't really know. Yeah, say, oh, it's okay. You don't have to. It's okay.
I wasn't trying to.
You think?
Yes.
Oh,
Do
Sable says, you know, I think I'm...
okay.
No.
He sounds the most collected he's ever been.
I
Tell us
think
your
while you
backstory.
guys all go to the bar...
You're going to drink some milk?
No, I've had my...
Oh, come on.
Yeah. It's...
You're a kitty cat. Meow, meow, meow.
Stop it.
actually, Sable, could
is a
you
fever
find
dream.
out? Could you find out possibly where the our elf friend went off to?
Oh,
I
right.
think...
left.
He just left.
He just fucking.
That was very mysterious.
Yeah. I can try and figure that out. I also have my own business to take care of. I'm gonna go buy some things and
Absolutely.
you all have fun. I'll try and arrange for those people to come and buy things. Does anybody know how much money we have so I can pay these people adequately?
I don't actually know. Estimate. I don't know.
I'd say roughly 20 gold is good for one day.
I don't have any. You guys
For
should
some,
cover this.
For some good
Okay.
workers, if we want some
I have enough for that.
ramshackle people.
Do you have
Oswell will cover.
I do.
Because I just got 4 pieces.
Yes, I understand your predicament. Yes, here you go.
Grabs it with the nails. Alright. I'll go find someone. And he goes...
Sable, right?
Yeah.
See you later, buddy. Later, bro. Yes.
And you watch as he goes and tucks his like rapier near his side and walks on out and kind of claws.
You sure he
claws
doesn't
aside.
go on all fours going,
And
Never actually said this. Where do cat people come from?
I forgot. There's some fucking place. Something.
Would you like to really know?
Anything from you.
Actually having Andrew in a room with you.
Well, you see, they just kind of fell into our plane of existence, along with a whole island of prehistoric
Fade
and
out.
Fade out.
Fade out.
Fade back in.
And so, you see, they've just been kind of all over and kind of traveled from Cholt to the main island
You
of
all
Faerun.
notice white
I
in
am
my beard
going-
now.
I am going to tavern. Goodbye.
Yes, it's been an hour. Let's go.
I get up and leave to go to that tavern, not knowing where it is.
You think they don't really care about the tabaxi?
No, you didn't find Volo.
Hey,
Right.
keep practicing. Pay up if you need any more lessons. I'll walk out.
Alright. So you guys make your way roughly a few blocks down the paved roads of the northern ward, and you pass by a few different settlements. And as you do, you hear a voice, "Look out!"
Oh.
As you see coming barreling towards you on a cart full of apples, this young tiefling with like a pirate hat on and an eye patch, and this chubby kid that's running after him, and this younger girl that's like running. And I need you all to make dexterity checks.
Oh no.
Saving throw check.
Ooh.
Just saving throw.
4, 5.
5,
I might be okay. 11.
11.
He was talking
You're
for
able
so
to
long.
dodge out of the way as you watch as this cart full of barrels with this tiefling on top of them smash into it, and you watch as chasing after the kids is what's his name? Shoot, the large man who's running the food stands, and he says, "Kids, come."
What the fuck is this?
And you're just like covered in apples, like kind of broken up against like a side of
I would like to pick
Like,
one of the apples
thing.
up.
Where's the tiefling girl?
and he's on top, and he says, "Oh, well, that's sorry."
Were you really sorry?
Yes. And you watch as the chubby one kind of like goes around side of the guy on the apple cart, and he says, "That was the scary one earlier."
I heard that. I have a 20 in
And then you watch as the little girl kind of like does this to the other ones and just kind of does a few hand signals as the tiefling looks around, and he says, "I'm so sorry. Please,
I have seen the pit of the world. You will do well to
Kolia.
not."
I'm gonna.
we
Can I
got children.
message the kids?
Yeah, you can.
Hey guys, go, shoot, get away. He's a very scary man.
roll intimidation.
I'm not trying to.
No, roll
I was
intimidation.
trying to get him
Yeah.
like to go.
12.
12. All right.
Go.
Are they running?
No, they're actually what you call it? Squid, the one tiefling boy is like, "I'm not afraid." And you watch as he takes out a toy sword.
I pick up an apple and throw it at him.
Roll damage.
What would that... What,
Roll a
should
straight
go.
with dexterity.
He should
like
go.
a,
we should
a
bring
7.
him
7.
7. You watch as he bats it out of his way with his sword, his
He's
wooden
good.
sword.
Kolia, we should.
They're children. And plus, that's talent.
That was pretty good, actually. What do you think?
That was
Did
exciting.
you just throw an apple at my kid?
Well, hey,
Hit
all
those
right,
kids
a
in
minute,
the
hey.
dumbass.
I can't control them. It's very hard.
I can tell.
Yes. Well, it's hard raising.
How much do you think these damages are worth? How many gold? How do you? What do
Oh,
you
this
think?
is my
Apple.
cart.
Well, I mean, for
These are our bodies.
Yeah.
My ankle hurts, says the tiefling. Ow, your big fat head just hit my ankle. Ow.
No, I'm hurting more. Ow!
Ow. Ow. You watch as the chubby one.
He's good.
That one's a liar. Listen,
Does your father sell apples?
Yes, he's in Appleton.
Do you think you are going to ever be anything more than nothing
okay,
because
well-
your father sells
Whew.
apples?
we really.
Do you know what? I think.
I don't care about you, big little bitch.
Oh,
I'm going to tavern.
I'm with you. Let's go.
Well, all right. Have a good night. Sorry.
Sorry that they hit us.
Piss off.
I am
Wow,
sorry.
I'm so divided on what I should say.
Well,
Good night.
good night.
Whatever, you know. Whatever he
Just let it flow.
Yeah.
We'll all float off.
You seem like a wise man.
You hear as you walk away. Why is the big man always so mean?
Why are you always so fat?
Nice.
Maybe you should stop eating from his own supply.
Apples are high in natural sugar.
Kids probably hypoglycemia.
So
I
You
roast him while I take a nap.
eventually make your way to what seems to be a relatively nice event, and you see that there are people dressed up, and it says toast and roast. There's a toasting and roasting event going on at Frewn's Tavern.
Ooh, toasting and roasting.
Emmett Frewn.
You see, as you kind of walk in, the inside of this establishment, it's nice. It's not gaudy. There's adequate lighting. You see that there's some people drinking from nice bottles. It seems to be a very mixed crowd between Waterdavian people. Maybe there are some nobles, some that are higher class, but also some that are a little bit more middle class. But the crowd tonight seems to have a lot of gnomes. Quite a few, in fact. And a few dwarves also.
Ooh. Alright,
Gnomes and dwarves?
Gnomes and
Those are my
dwarves.
people.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not one, but I could.
And
You
as
look like one.
Ho!
Boom!
Roast.
and
He's
as
so
you guys
quick.
walk in, you kind of see that you guys are in the minority of just being humans.
Look at what they're doing to our nation. Just kidding. I never said that. I never said that.
These guys got to go home, am I right?
Oh my gosh.
All right, so today we come here for the 80th anniversary of Ishmael and Gabber. Gabber, come on up! And you watch as this tight, like, old, like,
Tight ass
this
I think I came to the right
tight,
place.
this tight dwarf lady who seems like beard is flowing side to side as she kind of walks up.
Ooh.
And you watch as, now, Ishmael! And you watch as a little gnome kind of walks up. So, these two have been together for 80 years, and we still can't tell why the hell they even decided to do it.
Ah,
They can't have children, and they both suck. And you watch as this friendly toast, this starts as a friendly toast, starts to get very racial between the gnomes and the dwarves, and you watch as suddenly, like a tidal wave, these two groups collide as both families just start fighting in this brawl. As you watch, as you try to make your way to the where the tavern keep is, you're just launching
also
gnomes out of the way
short.
and just pushing dwarves and kind of.
I'm gonna try to stick behind him, but every time like a
Stay
gnome.
behind me.
Just make 3 dexterity checks.
Dexterity or athletics?
Dexterity.
12.
14. By the way, every time a
3.
gnome or a dwarf comes near
3.
me, if it's a dwarf, I'm gonna be like, praise Moradin!
Oh.
Gnome, I'm like, praise Glitter Gold!
You see as like above you, there's this gnome that flies over as it's getting launched by a dwarf, and it gets smashed into the wall, and then it comes collapsing down as it just kind of just crumples into a heap. And you suddenly see as like city guards start marching through, and they're starting to try and break up everything and pulling people out of the establishment as it starts to kind of close out, but there seems to be
Lads.
some damage in the process through different gnomes either hitting you or things like that. What were each of your saves?
14.
12.
12.
Guys, keep a lookout for dwarf women.
You take
I love
5 bludgeoning damage from the different gnomes and the dwarves that are just like kind of punching. And
If someone
you
hits
only
me, I'm
take
hitting
two.
them back.
Yeah, they're
It's-
dead.
Yeah, also, like it wasn't anybody who hit you. It's just flying gnomes.
If something hit me and caused 1 point of damage, I'm punching.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
if that's happening, I'm definitely investigating for a hot dwarf woman.
Okay, all right.
Just
roll
like-
investigation.
Just 1 punch if someone comes
All
near
right,
me.
so roll a hit. Roll a hit.
I won't use my winter's bite.
Okay, good.
Icicle through her face.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. You go to kind of wind up and punch up as a gnome. You see, because you got hit by a few gnomes, and they're really annoying you at this point. And you see one that's kind of just like directly flying towards you. And you go wind up for a punch, and you miss and just collides across your face.
Nice.
And
Where'd
just
you
roll a
land?
Constitution check for me.
Did he land?
Where'd my...
Where'd the gnome go?
That is a 16.
16, and you're able to keep yourself from falling prone as this gnome's head just collides with your jaw. And it just crumples to the floor in a heap of meat.
Oh.
And so you see as like the city guard. Ah, shit. Emmek's Tavern. It always gets wild like this. Man, they keep dragging him out. And then I was like, yeah, but it's good money, you know? That's quite patronage, you know? And you kind of see as this human's
Like
kind
how
of...
good? Like how good? You know, like
By the way,
ballpark estimate. What do you think they're getting out of
Andrew,
this?
that's a 17 for hot ass dwarf women.
Yeah,
It's
you
gotta be
okay, you find this
Dwarf.
one woman that kind of has like Amish curls that are kind of braided into like full lengths down here. But then like beyond that, there's a little bit of cleavage, and there's a nice tuft of hair that's kind of popping up in between it all, and it's just
Sultry.
I'm
kinda low.
I'm gonna walk over and just
And
try
freckles.
to use the Sex Panther vibe
Ooh.
to just like let's do it, like let's go for that.
Roll persuasion.
Ooh,
This woman is wasted.
good. I want to fuck
So?
on the floor.
So
Oh my god.
so let's roleplay this, guys.
18 plus 5.
18 plus 5.
23. 23.
Oh, come here, you big hamster wheel, and be right on you, and just... You watch as this dwarven woman just leaps across the table and pins you to the ground.
We've lost
I acquiesce. I fuck. What is-
And we black out there. Alright.
You hear a lot of
2 minutes later.
You watch... So this Emmett guy is just kind of cleaning out his... where he's like... Hello? You are...
I'm just person from around here. I heard this is the coolest tavern in the whole place, and I wanted to come see. And man, cool.
Would you like a drink?
I mean, yes.
What would you like?
Do
Something
we have
fancy?
tap water?
I don't serve tap water in this
You
establishment.
don't have tap water. Do you have orange juice?
It's not an orange juice type of establishment either.
Do you have Bloody Mary?
I can make one of those for you.
Yeah, I'll have one of those.
You just did. Yeah, I'll have one of those.
You watch as he kind of takes, he kind of snaps to one person to the side, and you watch as this tiefling who is a little bit younger takes with his tail like a shaker bottle, just starts shaking stuff nice and just doing a few flips,
Wow.
and it's a good performance, and you're actually
Like,
pretty
oh.
pretty amazed.
Sable has
And
a
you
tail.
watch as
Sable has a
he
tail.
takes it and he just slides it down the counter, and it falls right in front of you, and it looks nice. That will be 2 gold.
I would like to approach very rosy and happy. I totally busted that nut. and I'm gonna need
You
the
can
hearts
cover my
liquor.
drink, right?
How much is a drink?
It's 2 gold.
Yeah,
He's got it.
I got you.
Wow.
Give me something strong.
Yes, of course.
Confidence
I
is
love dwarf women.
Now, how strong are we talking?
As strong as you got.
Okay.
I was dead the other day by a beholder.
Do the ichor thing. Look at this.
Or you could, if you have.
Don't do that in my step.
Oh, come
He has
on.
bad lung.
I've
Go ahead.
I've done
You could
far
turn that
worse in
into a
your
drink.
establishment up to this point.
Black ichor.
No, I don't think so.
For some brew, have them give a good.
Black Ichor could have been a good team name.
Well, I think it's a good drink name.
Sorry.
That too. Oh hey, that could be for something for our bar.
I'm gonna go up to the tiefling and say, "Hi, you're really impressive."
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. Yes?
Oh,
Yes.
Compliment.
I'm gonna message you. Can you make sure this is all handled?
Yeah,
How long
I'm
have you been
kinda
working
having a
here?
nervous
You're really impressive.
I've been working 2 years.
Where did you get
67
mixology
years.
degree?
No.
Mixology.
Making drinks.
Oh, Emmett taught me.
You're very good.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Do you know how to make an old gnomish bastard?
An old gnomish bastard.
Yes. You ever made that one before?
I've made an old gnomish bastard.
What? How do you make it?
Okay. So it's first a unassuming
2
broth.
eggs. What are you looking at me for?
No,
2
I'm
eggs,
telling
2
you how to make
pierogies.
it.
Telling me how to make it.
Well, are you looking for the tincture?
There's a
Right.
tincture.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just an egg and some brew. 2 eggs. Pop them in with a little bit of brew. A
How
little bit of
about
spit. Squeeze an apple. Old gnomish bastard. What's wrong? Are you a bartender?
you know? It's not my fault.
It's kind of a busy night, yeah.
It's a
Did we
lot.
just go into another tavern and just be dicks to everybody? You're the competition? Alright.
So,
What? How much?
I accomplished
Oh, what?
mine.
would you like your old gnomish?
Yes.
Okay. You watch as he takes it and he makes does a few flips. Wait, let's see. It's a little more mediocre this time, and it's just a little bit more straightforward, as he doesn't seem the need to impress you, and just kind of puts
You
it
throw
in
the egg, do something cool with the eggs. Did you make it or? Oh, sorry, I wasn't. I don't want to discriminate,
Wait,
but I'd
let's
use that tail.
Sleight of hand. You watch as there's a little bit of eggshell in it.
Alright.
When he means a little.
There's
he kinda
challenges
means a
you
lot.
have to remake.
You're right.
I didn't
What?
use your
And-
tail.
What's your strongest drink, by the way?
That would be the hair of the Bloodhound.
Absolutely. Wait, how much does it cost?
That would be 10 gold.
You got me?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Just drop it.
So he goes in the back, and you watch as he pulls out this bottle. That as he pops it open, there's a little bit of fire that kind of just goes off, and you watch as he kind of pours it out, and it's just kind of like a sludge. And there's three of them. You watch as the first one is a little bit darker red. He adds something to the second that makes it a little bit more yellowy. And then the last one is a bright orange. And he says, so what you want to do is drink the first 2, and then the last one will really hit hard.
I acquiesce. This is my night.
Very well. Have fun.
So,
Okay, so you first have the first one, the red one, and it burns all the way down, and it drops into your stomach like a heaping pit of fire. And you kind of look at it. There's a little bit of hair in it too.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Not nice.
I've had a lot of hair tonight. It's okay.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's really good.
Whoa, bro.
Alright, and then are you going for the second one?
Of course. Wait, you can't have. You have to have all.
Then you take the orange. No, then you take the yellow.
Yep.
And that one just tastes sour, like almost like a pus that just kind of just slides down as one globular and just kind of settles. There's no burn to this one or anything like that. And he says that's the active agent.
Fantastic.
Now try the last one.
To our health.
And with
Like, even in the game.
let's see,
Okay.
you
We'll see.
We'll see.
It might go psychedelic or something.
This is true. And you're a drug addict.
so
Probably.
as you
Hey man, I need to heal from
roll
getting
Yeah, the rough
older.
day.
Yeah.
Got a very rough day.
It was a
As
very rough
you
day. He said I shriveled up like a
take that
raisin.
last one, you start to see kind of outward, and you're able to kind of see through things, and it's almost as if you have like true sight. Yeah,
Oh,
What do you feel?
and
what?
How many?
it's
I see through them.
yeah.
None?
You see 3, but you also kind of
Right.
are able to like look through his body and look past everything, and it's a very strange. And as you start to do that, your mind starts to peek into something else,
DMT.
which is more a little bit like you see kind of serpents of different like astral like projections kind of moving around, and you'll see like a little glimmer of light, and then it'll just come and bite it and then swim off.
I will now write my music vigorously.
Roll
Oh,
performance.
nice. He's doing good.
He's fine.
What?
Roll performance.
Oh, that's going to be a 14. Right? Performance? Yep. 14.
14?
Yep.
Okay. So you start getting something going, and you watch him as his eyes are kind of rolled back a little bit, and he's kind of churning his gurney. His gurdy.
I like that.
And he's looking forward, and you definitely see this kind of like snake-like things kind of going in like different motions that are very transcendent and beautiful. And after about 3 minutes, you start to feel like caressed at your arm. And you look down, and you look over, and there's the face of just a old woman that's like hair is like flowing in the wind,
Bad trip.
and she's saying, "Hi." You watch as slowly
Acquiesce.
other hands are starting to crawl up the seats around you, and you watch as hands are starting to kind of flow out of like all the walls.
Just run that motor out.
I'm gonna try to like kind of lean into this guy a little bit.
Huh?
and
What's
just-
that?
I'm seeing a lot.
What do you see?
Hands and serpents.
Now you watch as like the walls are starting to twist, and you feel gravity start to shift, and you watch as he flies up onto the roof.
Wow.
Help!
You feel the hands just kind of sucking you like in and kind of holding you on the roof.
I would like to yell down to our happy little mixologist. Is this normal?
Yeah, yes, it is. Enjoy it, really.
Oh, fantastic.
And you just feel hands like grabbing you and pulling you in different directions.
Do I get any arousal from this?
No, it's like a sleep paralysis almost, like that
man.
little
I'm
feeling
gonna-
of dread
I'm
that
gonna-
like you're uncomfortable.
Well, Yep, I'm gonna do my best to enjoy this.
All right.
And try to use this experience for musical inspiration.
All right. And you continue to kind of play, and this moment of dread.
Just looking at him.
You watch as he's kind of like touching the top of it, like.
Wow.
And then he starts taking the hurdy-gurdy. And then feeling the wood panels.
Now, bartender, when he's done, does he gently float back down?
Well,
Or will someone have to catch him?
He made bad decisions. I don't know.
Oh, come
it
on, everyone likes
roughly
their own
lasts
thing.
for about
6 days.
on average, anywhere from 10 hours to 4. So,
Can we leave him here?
you could, yes. I can babysit him for the time being.
Cool.
Man, that is a lot out of 10 gold.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good value.
10 hours of K-holing.
I'll lean over to the bartender while this is happening and say, "So, how's business?"
Oh, pretty good.
We lost our negotiator.
We are doing quite well. Crushing any competition. Roll. Roll insight.
Oh, actually, I would roll
23.
insight on that as well.
Okay.
Oh, you got it.
Although, like, the place seemed damaged from the recent upheaval with the roast, it seems that, everybody seemed to get drinks, and there were a lot of people, and you're assuming at the price point that they were selling, like, this guy's making a good amount each night, especially since he has, like, different events and things.
Oh, so cool. Do you have place to sleep?
Upstairs. You're looking for somewhere?
No, my wife. I don't know. I maybe I'll come back later.
Well, what do you mean?
She banged a lot of guards behind. And it was crazy. I walked into my house and she was like, there were like 6 guys. And I was like, what are you doing here? And they were like, having sex. I said, with who?
What did you do with that?
I ran away, I cried. It was,
So,
have you ever seen your wife being banged by 6 people?
I
Oh.
can help.
what
I
it's
can
going
help
with,
with
yeah.
this tonight.
thought he was
I
talking
have
about his
I have
first
something called the end of the line. when people are really looking a little rough.
Should I kill myself?
No, this could kill you if you really want it to.
Do
It's
you
called
have
the
a-
end of the line.
Is it a drink?
Yes,
No.
yes, it is.
No, I'm
lots,
saying
lots
no.
of drink. Oh
I'm
no.
not disagreeing that it is a drink. I assume you know what is drink or what is not drink. I'm saying I know. Do you have fight pit?
We don't have a fight pit here. It's a little more civilized.
Fuck. Do you have this? I gotta go.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I'll see you next time.
And you watch as the dwarven women and she goes to the bartender. I'll have what he's having. And you watch as her eyes go wide for about 3 minutes, and then she too flies up and just starts writhing on the top of the ceiling.
I see her.
Yeah, you do. And she's a snake.
Oh
I acquiesce.
Look up and say, "Have a good night."
I did half expect you guys to throw a rope around me and balloon me out of the place.
I'm gonna look for the hottest gnome dude in the room.
Roll investigation.
13.
While the elves are away, the boys will play.
You see this guy with a little gnome with a pencil stash that goes to a goatee,
Alright.
and he's looking pretty tight.
Looking pretty hot.
pretty tight.
Pretty hot?
Yeah.
That's.
Oh,
He didn't say hot. He said tight. He's
Tight.
just.
tight.
He's
What
just
the hell?
close in.
You're looking tight, man.
You got a tight ass.
I'm gonna sit down on the table next to him and go, Hey man, what's up? Hey,
Hello.
what's going on? I'm gonna bump my old Gnomish Bastard with whatever he's drinking.
What's your name?
The name's Oswell.
Oswell.
What's yours?
Oh, mine is Yidamore.
Oswald, you're a person, right?
What?
Like you're a human?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of the dimensions. Keep going.
Eat
Hunched over him.
I want to. Where can I find like the hottest gnome girl? like the hottest.
Like around here?
Do your voice?
like around here? Or
My perception, my investigation was a lot lower than I thought.
Yeah.
like around here?
Oh, the hottest gnome girl.
Like around here?
Yes, in this room.
In this room.
Can you
Well-
read my beard?
I'd talk to probably Emic. He's probably got someone upstairs.
Oh, is that one of those pay things? Though?
Well, you could probably try your luck with talking to a lady of the night around here.
I don't want to bother her. She's probably like working. All right. Thank you anyway.
You just go up to a gnome. I'm straight.
Yeah.
Walk away. So, by the way, this dwarf woman's a snake to me.
Yeah.
Do I try to fuck that?
Roll
I'll
just intelligence.
I'll roll intelligence. That's an unnatural 20.
Oh
Unnatural
wow,
20.
dude, you're nailing it.
You see as
When it comes to nonsense,
through
I'm
the
great.
through the visage of this snake, you see the head of the dwarven woman crawling out like a snake.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck that. I'm gonna fuck on the ceiling.
Please don't do that.
Do not hear that.
Yeah, no. You're so
I'm so far in a trip. That's
well. Just
round
well,
2,
that's
my
another
darling.
night at Emics.
What?
It's just another night at Emics.
Wait, am I still with the gnome?
Are you?
No, I walked off.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry.
You walk back to me.
Yeah, I did.
So was he? He's cute.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. But I didn't get what I was looking for. So,
It's okay.
it's just, I don't know.
Some drips.
You can't tell if it's cum or ichor.
I was gonna say.
I'm gonna say I'm going to go home.
Oh, that is the ugliest
That's
two people.
fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Well, did we
Don't
get?
want to
Did
go.
we get everything?
He seems like he has pretty good establishment, honestly.
Hey, how much do you make? You know, from you between you and me.
Why are you asking?
I'm trying to get into this sort of business, but I don't have a tail, so I can't do these sort of things that you do. And I'm wondering if there's a
Oh, you're asking the bartender?
Yeah, I'm
Not
asking
me?
the bartender. I'm just wondering if
Please tell me there's a drink
is it
up
worth
with
getting
the
into
tail.
this sort of thing? Like, what's the rate? What do you get?
Well, I make roughly 2 gold a day.
$2
Just
a day, and you
fine,
work-
fine
so
living.
like a week is like 14 gold, right? Or
Well, 14
10
gold
days.
is usually
What's
most,
a week?
most people
Oh, it's-
live on like 1 gold
right.
a week. I
Flush.
do very well for myself.
so you're doing pretty
This
well.
guy's flush.
It's flush. Pretty cool.
But yeah, I
I
made
feel
the
like
two
Chris has had this
afford
conversation
housing
with
up in the
graphic
northern
designers.
ward. and
Yes.
Slowly on my down payment, just kind of.
Listen,
What
if
things on?
anybody's like intimidating you, you tell us. We'll like beat the shit out of that guy. Okay?
We've got our own protection
No,
here.
I'm just saying. You know?
yeah,
I'm not
well, I mean, look around, Bleh. Blah, 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 blah.
just
Well,
saying.
that's fine.
That's fine.
Yes.
What about the whole race war going on?
Well, the city guard takes care of
Okay, well, it's still like it's like kind of a hate crime, but
it. Yes. And
Yeah,
they,
you
they
do.
they will be thrown into jail for a little bit.
well,
but
you
they'll
don't
get
do
a
much
fine.
to inhibit that, I suppose.
It's not my problem.
Listen, all I'm saying is if you get in big trouble, you come talk to us. Okay, we help.
We
We're
got
heroes.
it pretty good.
Have you ever heard of the demon fuckers?
The
We
demon
killed the
fuckers.
You kind of watch as he takes a step back as like he's a thief.
I swallow both of the
Oh no,
yolks.
no.
I would
Abyssal
like
demon.
to, as soon, if I hear demon fuckers, I'd like to put horns on while I'm going.
No, it's always big
No one
demon
saw you
down
do
I
the
don't know, I'm
sea.
just enjoying it myself.
The Cult of Asmodius were doing silly things, so we went over there,
And we fucked them.
Yeah.
killed demon. I got no problem with you though.
You have.
I mean it, I know. So listen, you ever get a problem, we come help, okay?
Okay.
You keep
Oh,
doing your dancing
what is
thing.
he-
What? No,
What?
no, no,
Do you
no,
just lick your lips?
I'm not.
No.
no.
You didn't?
No, I did
No.
not.
Okay.
I saw. No,
Bye-bye.
we're going to leave now. Okay, I'm just offering like completely different what you're thinking.
Woo. Don't gyrate.
Okay.
What?
They've got me flush.
Yeah, that's.
We are owners of rival establishment down the street. We will be seeing you.
I think
You walk out.
I think turns his head. What?
I walk out.
Wade through the gnomes in the door. We gotta get out of here.
Him too?
See you later, Grimnir.
I am one with the gods! Oh, am I playing it while I'm going?
Well,
You slowly watch as these halflings. Well, you kind of watch as these kind of like little blob people down below start roping around your body,
Like Princess
and then
Mononoke.
they just toss you out, and you kind of just like floating outside the establishment.
Is he actually floating?
Yeah, he's just
That's
kind of.
sick.
He doesn't have control, but he's just kind of like right outside there, about like 10 feet off the ground.
Nice.
I love dwarfish women.
Try to jump up and grab him and bring him home.
Yeah, just roll athletics.
Help you, I guess. Advantage.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Don't need me. I'll help.
Where do you want to grab him?
The ankle.
The ankle.
The dick.
You watch as this giant demon reaches out from the earth and grabs your leg and just pulls you down into its maw.
Say,
And you-
bye. We're going home.
Doesn't sound like.
That's the one thing that's cluing
You
me in.
hear, hi, we're going home.
Okay, Mr. Demon Man!
Okay, well we killed Demon Man. Let's
Experienced
go.
tripper right there.
I feel like I'm aged and I've done this.
Yes.
Bring him home.
You eventually make your way back, and for the evening, people seem to be doing repairs and various different things around the area, as Sable's kind of gotten some extra help and has put things together with different commoners helping. And you watch as it's a little bit of, there's some people from the nearby community. There seems to be this same Gnomish family that lives next door, and they seem to be installing a little bit more, doing some floorboard stuff, and also installing a clock, which seems to be very nice and mechanical, but also simple and beautiful. And there's also what seems to be just some this one half elf that seems to be kind of rubbing down the area and kind of nailing stools together and what you call it, making some furniture for you, some very basic furniture. And
I say to Leaf, hey, give everybody ice cold milk on the house.
will do.
Ice cold.
We don't have any ice.
Blow on it.
Have any?
This is the ghost, correct?
Leaf, we're going to be speaking about this later.
Is this the ghost?
I'm running out of milk.
Make more.
How am I supposed to procure any if I can't leave this place?
We just got served by a demon who was dancing around. He served with tail. And you were whining. Do better.
Jeez.
I know.
He's floating out. What's good?
I feel like my dick's still
I'm trying
out.
to help, but I need people with actual hands and bodies that can help run this.
Oh, what's your head?
establishment.
He's coming through.
Grimnir get trip. And we'll get somebody, I think. As well, we'll handle it. I'm going to sleep.
There's no doubt.
Good night.
Good night.
So, what is my task? I didn't.
Well, I was figuring that each of you would help before going to bed.
Oh,
Kind of.
fuck. Fine.
Help kind of fix up a little bit.
Yes, what do you need doing?
I will help.
Cleaning, sanding down boards, replacing boards that are rotted and there's maggots underneath.
Well, you know
and
what? It's
carpenter ants and there's a lot of stones that are unhinged and above
Oh,
like this
okay.
holes
Well, you know
and-
what? It's kind of late. That can wait till the morning, can't it?
I'm going to help now. What do you need? Termites?
Well, yeah, just,
Where is it termites?
just help replace some of the floorboards.
Was it termites there?
You're gonna punch
How
the
big
Yeah.
is it termites?
I hope he hands me over
It's
to you.
very small.
I will defeat them easily.
They tried to get into my barrel after lots of years. And
You shit.
they've been able to. Okay, yes.
And go help.
All right, so
Yeah,
roll,
we'll help.
roll athletics, and roll performance.
9.
Oh, shoot.
As you inspire those around you. Well, do you want to inspire anyone?
Of course.
Huh?
I feel like that's my
Bardic
duty.
inspiration.
Well, if I'm performing, that's going to be. Oh wow, that's only going to be a 9.
Yeah, I
It's a
got
little
9
hard
too.
to do this.
Did you give it inspiration?
Fuck
anybody,
those
or-
termites.
I'll give inspiration to this boy.
So add what is it? A D
D6.
D6.
What are we rolling for?
3,
Fight
12.
termites?
12? Okay, so you guys spend better part of like 2 hours kind of
Oh.
sanding down some boards and like putting some things in. You see as like there's some commoners that are running in and out and kind of helping like make things together. It's the tap room itself, it's workable,
How
but there's not
does-
like a lot of furniture around, and you know you could probably get some things going.
How
but
does bardic inspiration work? Are they just bustling around and I'm floating with my dick hanging out?
Yes,
You
sir.
can do it!
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck those termites!
That's how bardic inspiration works. You just say you can do it.
You
It's a
got
bonus-
this!
It's a bonus action, and then
Yes.
they
The ants in my eyes won't get you.
you watch as kind of down below. Everyone's just a big termite, and they're just kind of running around this wooden structure.
We got a lot of termites. You guys got this though.
Say, I'll come down from there as I'm looking at him. Does it look like a termite goes, come down from there?
I'd rather not go down there, Mr. Termite.
Come on! It's time!
You watch it, he's just kind of crawling up above,
I can't reach him.
and so you guys go to bed.
Nice.
You guys wake up to another beautiful morning, and there seems to be some people that are continuing to do construction on the property and getting things together. This time they're up on top, and they're trying to refurbish the roof. Are you guys helping with that?
I'll help.
Yeah.
Now that I'm.
Yeah.
Sure.
When I wake up, I'd like to approach my friend and be like, "Hi. Last night, that beautiful dwarvish woman. Did you notice me get some kind of way to contact her again? Or
Did I was looking a bit silly every now and then.
Well,
What?
Aerith speaks up.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, hey, good morning.
I eventually
Yes, good morning.
can cast a message to her if you explain to me what she looks like.
I
Go
go
through
through
build
the
and
tough and
every
the
little
hair,
thing about her.
yeah.
and-
Snakes? What?
Yeah.
Dragon?
I'd like to see her again. That's all.
Yes, well, we could probably message her another.
Did you?
Once I figure
Did you
things
see
out.
me use protection? Did you see me?
Because any spells? What?
No, no, no.
Oh.
Did you notice that at
Well, you
all?
were certainly casting spells, but green
I just
seal.
have a history of this, so I just want to...
Oh shit!
Abandoned daughter number 2.
There's a lot of ichor falling from the ceiling, and I wasn't sure from which orifice it
Did
came
you
from.
meet anybody last night?
No, you know I tried, but yeah.
We'll get there, son.
Okay.
I'd like to help out whoever I can.
Yes, well, I know that we have our meeting today, so I would like to be fully mentally prepared for that later. I'm trying to kind of collect myself as I'm going throughout the city and trying to figure out exactly what or why humans are still here. But it's nice. I think it's good. It was nice to take a walk around and kind of observe for a little bit. What do you think, Sable? Yeah, shit, I like to climb things.
Classic Sable.
He's gotten way less sophisticated in a day.
Shit! I like climbing things.
And so
I see that climb.
you guys make your way up to the roof of Troll Skull, and you are starting to kind of lay down shingles. I'm just gonna need acrobatics and athletics.
Acrobatics.
Oh, shit.
16 and 10.
14, 16.
14.
Okay, 18 and... unnatural 20.
16 and a 10.
Nice. Roll to build a roof.
I'm feeling
guys-
very reinvigorated.
You guys are able to make your way and kind of lay down all the shingles and repair the roof. Getting to where there was tons of water damage within the actual place itself, because when you fall asleep at night, there's always the smell of mildew and rotting wood that's underlying everything within this place. So it's good to get a fix on that before kind of moving forward with future developments of what you're doing. So that is day 1. So-
Who had? Where's that like lens that we found?
Sable has it. I think no, actually, Aerith has it.
I said
I
Aerith.
think that was everything.
Did you ever find out what that lens is? What it does?
Well, it's I forget school magic. Let me just do.
He's conjuration.
Yeah,
No, he's conjuration.
Oh yeah.
We're
Sorry.
asking about the item.
Well,
If not, we take it to some magic person. He says what it is. I see.
as I was spending time yesterday, and before that, I knew it was divination magic.
Mm-hmm.
So, part of this is that it could possibly be used for looking and seeing different locations and different things like that.
Somebody was probably using it to spy. I would assume. No,
I would assume
really.
that would be an accurate assumption.
We should figure out who it is spying on us. I also want to figure out who that fucking drow is who's been following us.
Oh yes.
So we
It
confront
seems that everyone here is very paranoid. Humans, a lot of people are just paranoid with working with others.
People are paranoid in big city because some people want to go fuck other people.
Paranoid is one thing. Being followed is an entirely different matter.
Yes, but the weirdest thing that I've noticed about humans and humanoids in general is their lack of trust within one another. That's
People are not good people, Aerith.
I can't imagine that's not different. In this. Like, I imagine elves to have the same issue. You categorize yourselves
We're getting
differently.
along pretty
it's
well.
it's
you
a
know.
little different.
I mean, a drow, and then there's you guys, and you guys seem to not
Well,
get along.
but the thing is, drows inherently are untrustworthy of one another, whereas elves in general, especially high elf society, we build our societies on trust. We have to. Especially when we are working with different magics that are very powerful.
You will find that most humans and non-elves are very self-interested. We need to protect ourselves from people who are too self-interested to the detriment of others.
It was very different when I was growing up.
I was born in the wrong generation myself. 90s? 90s kid?
Where are you from?
I come from
Down.
to the north of here, from the town of Rapin. I've not been back there in a long time.
Nice over there.
No,
It's up north, correct?
it was.
Ah, I see.
I just couldn't place her accent. That's what I was trying to do.
Yes, I have not seen my people in a long time.
Same.
Where are you from?
A lot of places. My mother was a Vistani,
Ooh.
so she had a
Interesting.
tendency to travel around quite a bit with me. I never knew my father. But then, after I showed a little bit of talent, I jumped from college to college, and here I am.
Nice. And you're from Dalelands.
Yes, the Dalelands.
Is it nice there?
Yes, it's a proud little country. We all,
Are they very accepting over there?
well, the Dale folk keep to themselves generally. I mean, you can come through, but we all tend to our farms and do what we have to do to get by. We've managed to survive for this long, so I don't know. We're a very tight-knit community.
But accepting of life choices.
What do you mean?
I'm just curious.
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
Because everybody's different.
Yes, of course. No, I mean, we all make do with the talents down there. I mean, you know, there's a lot of farming to be done, a lot of fighting. There's a lot of in-wars and stuff like that. I mean, you just don't have much time for those sorts of things, I would imagine.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's
Not enough
mostly
time.
like out of necessity, I don't imagine. I mean, family is everything, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Family is
Why is
everything.
it that everybody that you mentioned your house to, why do they not like your family?
Oh,
They seem surprised.
they don't... Oh, yes.
They seem to look upon you with disdain.
Yes, they did. Well, the Dale folk are all very self-dependent, right? But that led to a lot of infighting. And, like I said earlier, my father sought a way out of that for me, for his posterity. And the only way out of that is to establish a house of some repute, I suppose. Dale folk are not accepting of any power, so we settled in a little place down south called Sembia. We are technically a Sembian house, but we are Dale folk, and we help keep peace in Dales, so that people don't have to keep wasting their lives in pointless infighting. So, we are stronger for that, I suppose.
Noble.
I like to think so.
So what are we doing today? Before we have this meeting?
Is that roof done? Do we get all the tiles in?
It will be done.
You watch as coming through the door, front of the tavern. You see as there's a little old gnome with a baggie of different biscuits.
Hello?
Hello.
Is anyone here?
Hi. Welcome. Come in.
Oh, is it Oscar?
It's Oscar.
Hello, Oscar.
Oscar, what's going on?
Hello. I just came to drop off some breakfast because I wasn't sure if Liv here was able to make something.
We've been
Oh,
eating a
that's
lot
so
of
kind.
shit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You should
Thank you for biscuits.
Yes, of course. I heard what happened. You guys are all pretty on the
Yes.
up and up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But how have you been? Has anyone been disturbing you? How is business?
No,
Now that I'm not there.
City Guard came by, and they investigated with the Magister. They paid for repairs, and they're now repairing everything down there.
Good.
And business is going well. I gave Susie your 2 copies.
Aw.
this morning before going back to
Any
school. And,
anybody follow you? Any strange occurrences?
not that I know of.
Any particular drow, for instance?
No drow.
Okay.
Yes.
I would like to take one of the biscuits. Thank you, by the way.
Yeah.
They're light, they're fluffy, and they
I
are
try to hug out some
delicious.
ichor before I take a bite. You
Yes.
don't want
Yeah,
that in
he's got a
there.
good habit for. He's really nursing that punctured lung.
If anybody disturbs you, just let us know, okay, Oscar?
Oh, I know you just would help me out
Need to
in
kill
a jiffy.
them.
Oh, don't do that.
No
we
need
might
for-
actually have to kill them. Yes.
You see what I can do now? I'm making an icicle form for my wrist, break it off and throw it at something.
That's something.
It's just something that looks like a target.
Okay.
Wall.
You
Sable's head.
you see, there's
The elf
this
sound.
this guy who's been making furniture for you,
A drow down the road.
and he you watch as he's kind of like nailing like a table down and like stuff like that. You just turn to the side and you just launch an icicle in the middle of it and shatter the table. And he goes, "Hey, why'd you do that?"
Hey, it's okay. Boom, boom. 2 gold. Boom, boom. Flip, flip.
Sure.
Oh, were we out of milk?
We're running out. Yes.
That's something we
Liv
should
says,
figure out.
You're out of everything. This place doesn't have any food.
Well, they don't smile about it. Come
I'm
on.
not smiling. I'm a barrel.
Oh, sorry. You were smiling.
We can hear it.
I can't do that anymore.
That's a nice ambiance. Ooh, wait, that's so cruel. Never mind. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna hug the barrel.
Alright. Well, just stop.
We should probably get milk if we're going to be serving milk.
I suppose so.
Sable says, "I think I'm going to do some of my own business today, or kind of oversee things here at Troll School, make sure that construction goes as planned."
Just come to meeting. It is later in the day when we meet with Mort.
Yeah.
Any word from our elvish friend?
Our elvish friend, Aerith?
Yes.
He woke up. He was just talking with us this
Okay.
morning.
I just wanted to make sure.
Before I was like, I'm good at climbing.
Yeah, I was just double checking to make sure he just hasn't
Yeah.
been gone. for
No.
24
He
hours.
just went around and walked for the day, like
Okay.
kind of experienced the city wardy. Yeah.
Always wary of those elves.
So what should we do today?
Well, get milk for sure.
Right.
Probably try to find out any other way to maybe build this place up. Maybe get some more workers or
Meet some
something.
neighbors or something.
Neighbors.
Know what who's around us.
And maybe
Bunch of
tonight
pets.
we could meet some more of the competition.
Okay.
No, this is all.
That was a lot last night. Okay.
I'm sorry.
They had a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, the whole thing was. I mean, that's our competition. Oof. Here's one
the
thing.
prices are way too fucking high.
Did they have a fighting pit?
No.
No, that's a good point.
I
get-
feel like we could make a lot on that.
Listen, these rich. They like prize fighters.
When you saw that giant pit we were in for the Beholder,
Yes.
think of what we could do in our own bar.
Do you remember
Not
the
that
monkeys?
big, but
Yes, I remember.
I fought monkeys.
you fought monkeys.
Yes.
Many.
I kicked a giant gorilla in the face.
And how'd that go for you?
Well, he broke my arm.
Well,
It was a miraculous recovery, by the way. Yeah, it was it was a fight.
And as you said, like meeting some neighbors. You watch as kind of the half elf's ears perk up, and he says, "Well, I can give you a start. My name is Talli. So what my friends call me. I'm from the Bent Nail."
nice to meet you, Talli. My name is Kolia Porozhinsky. I am proprietor.
I think it will be a nice place.
I agree.
I can extend some credit on this furniture. It's already been paid for. It's forward by the bank, but I can possibly make things better as time goes on. But it's going to be some basic woodworked furniture and stools and tables, what have you.
Well, that will definitely do.
Listen, Talli, if you ever need any kind of help, please ask. We do contract work. We killed a demon. So if you find yourself being, annoyed by something, you let us know.
Well,
You do kids parties?
maybe one time I want to. I'll contact you if I need a rare material or something of
Hey.
the sort.
I'm just saying.
If you can kill demon, then maybe I could make something out of. If I was able to find some different materials.
We can make something out of it, yes.
Yes,
Actually,
we could collaborate.
what if we had a fighting pit where we killed demons in it?
How do we get demons?
I put them in a cage.
You're gonna need to summon them.
How do we get there?
We're
I
gonna
haven't thought that far. Just
okay.
the next one we fight.
I
the
like
next
the
one.
idea. It's just.
Well, do you think
You're
we could study the dark
You're gonna
arts a
bring
little
a
bit?
demon? You're gonna bring a demon?
Well, perhaps we could.
If we think of it this way, we advertise, we get a demon, we put him in a pit.
No, wait a
he
second.
punches it to death.
He's kind of. You're not talking about like other races, right? You're talking about real demons. He's kind
No.
of old. I don't know what he
No.
thinks.
We
No,
killed
no,
demons
no,
yesterday.
no.
You're not
I'm-
discriminating.
No, I'm very accepting, especially of new lifestyles.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
So I no demons, big multi-armed wing teeth,
Right.
whatever.
Yes.
I maybe the next one we come
Yeah.
across, we put a chain on it.
We say, hey, can we take you back towards the inn and
Give you some
We don't need to
demon-
ask a demon.
Well, you don't have to, but you should.
Okay.
You know,
Just the last one, I didn't think we'd have a conversation with.
he was a mean one.
He was.
Oh, and
not though.
so the name of the bar that you guys went to is called Frewn's Brews.
Ah.
Frewn's Brews.
Met a beautiful dwarf woman at.
I say to Talli, so yes, thank you for helping with
What?
construction.
Yes.
And we will certainly contact you if we need anything else, and you do the same if you are having a problem
Yes.
that you need violently handled, or
Either way,
discreetly. I
you
guess
know,
we do it
yeah.
too.
And you said you wanted to meet some of the neighbors.
Yes, I
Yes.
think it would be
Very
wise.
important to do that.
Well,
Any interesting shops around?
well, you have the Havershambles, and he lives right next door. He's the one that made that simple clock that you have.
Oh.
But he
Oh.
does a lot more ornate pieces and different things, custom work. If you
Kind of
Need it.
fancy the place up a bit. yeah.
jewelry, the sort.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But
I feel
That-
like that's your sort of a thing.
there's also Appleton's. He does a lot of food, and
We're
He
very
has-
aware of the Appletons.
yeah, he has some rambunctious
Super
children,
aware.
but they mean well. It's
He
tough.
almost killed us yesterday with a wagon.
He did.
They do not mean well.
And we almost beat the shit out of all of them.
I don't think I almost did that.
Oh, we were
You
ready.
did, I saw you.
Oh, okay.
He has 6 kids,
We could have taken all of them.
6? He has 6 of those?
orphans off the street. He was an
Ooh.
orphan,
Ooh,
so
okay, well.
he takes them in.
Yeah.
They're a rough bunch, but it's
He seems like a terrible father.
Honestly.
he.
Very bad.
If there was a group of people that should be accepting orphans, it's us.
Well, that's part of.
I'm a great dad.
So there's
I'm
Merkledorn's
not.
Academy, which is kind of a school that's down the street.
Mertz Academy?
Merkledorn.
Oh,
It's-
this way.
It's trying to acquire the children from him, because he's trying to raise them, but they are being unruly, and it's tough.
Is he educating them?
He's sending them to school, trying, but they skip, or it's
What if
they.
we put him up in one of our rooms?
Well, if there's any person who's going to get kids to go to school, it's this guy.
I'll beat the shit out of him.
That's right.
He's a great dad.
He watches Talli's eye.
Kidding, you know what I mean?
Punch milk. Punch milk.
There's also Sticky and Sweet, which is run by the sweet Tina Toffel and Tansy Nylith.
That was my nickname
they-
back
they-
in high school. What I mean?
They're good. They try to keep Appleton's boys and girls in check with trying to lure them there with sweets and eat them. No, it's not. They're sweet. They're old retired clerics.
I knew a priest who used to do the same thing.
We all did.
Nothing bad.
A
ever
single
happened.
tear goes across everybody's face.
Man.
Then there's Barnstein's, Tamori, the Steam and Steel, which is a blacksmith run by AV and Embrick. They are very nice.
What do you think of Frewn?
Of
Frewn.
Frewn. He's
Which NPC is this?
a
The
sting-
tavern guy.
He's a stingy bastard, but he runs a good bar.
Does he do anything under the table that you might know of?
Not that I know of. No.
Anything related to Asmodius' cult?
Ooh.
No.
Shit.
Is worth
That
an
would be a
ask.
good excuse.
Good try.
That would be a very good excuse to wipe them all out.
Maybe if we make friends with Appleton and these sweet guys, they could sell the nice food at our place, you know?
That is true.
They
yes.
could get us food for you.
There's also burned glass blowers, and daisies, which is right next to the funeral home.
Burn gas glass blowers.
Yeah, burn blast glass blowers.
Oh, that's mean that they do that to DMs.
yeah.
Wow.
I can
And-
imagine a DM somewhere with a stutter.
Yeah.
Fuck
this.
And
For glass.
Ashforth's is the place next to Daisy's. It's an old funeral home that's been within our area for a while, and Daisy used to run the funeral home, and her son and husband used to run the funeral home.
Oh,
and
speaking of
and
funerals,
she's passed away.
when I
so-
die, put me in his barrel.
Do you think you're gonna die like what? Like soon?
I'm old.
There's a person in that barrel.
And you watch as Lefo, yes, I'm here. Oh!
Oh, it's just
He's
left.
cool.
Yeah.
No,
He's actually a bit of, dud.
Oh, come on.
He's a little inept, but he means well. You know you are.
I'm trying.
You are, but we expect better.
Okay.
We're gonna get stern.
Right.
It's nothing he can do.
He can't leave.
Let's abuse this guy. Let's emotionally
And
abuse this.
that's only what's on this side of Troskull Alley. On the other side, you have Du Pen Puree, which is a very fancy restaurant. Salon Limux, which does different things to make people look fancy and get suits and different things like that. Tiger's Eye. There's also the
What-
KN Wine distribution.
What is Tiger's Eye? What do they do there?
From what I understand, Vincent Trench is a detective within Waterdeep, and he's pretty affluent here. He's very well. He's solved a lot of cases.
Why do we talk?
Maybe.
There's also the Bookworm's Treasure, and that is more of a magic shop, if you will.
Oh.
Interesting.
And there's a few other different people that have lived around here, but that's it. There's also I don't know why it's Tetro Zanzini's theater. They are very interesting.
A theater place, a place for food. We could have a lot of people here if we wanted to.
It's true.
We have to make good relationship with community. It is key
Spot
to any
on.
local business.
There's also Mazzero, which is a recent restaurant that came in, and it's very different. They say that they come from this place called Chult, but they have different spices and things that I've never tasted before, which was very interesting. So, oh, and back in shoes, there's more. Don't Rolling Stone. It's
Let's
a
say we go to Appleton.
Yeah, so that we can get more advanced.
We say, listen, sorry about, your kids being stupid.
Yes.
Discipline
Very
them.
sorry about that.
And then we'll try to get them to sell here and get a piece of it.
Yes, maybe we can offer a room or something.
He said how many orphans?
Six
Six,
orphans.
that's a lot.
If we offer a
Single
room,
dad?
Selling apples, yes.
Oh, that's not 12.
Okay,
Let's go see
everyone,
Appleton.
right. Yes.
We're gonna walk outside and go to Appleton.
Let's do it, guys.
Appleton.
So you guys make your way to a place where there's this grocer, and you see kind of at the back of this grocer, there's this giant of a man who seems to have a little bit of a slight limp, kind of moving around, greeting the patrons in the shop. Seems that like some of the older orphans are helping, but you watch as kind of the three rambunctious ones are out on the middle of the street playing on top of a barrel, as the one is like is trying to tip it to the side, as you watch as he's I'm on the seas!
Nice.
As they're like kind of pushing it with one leg going one way and then pushing it the other way. And you watch as he's able to maintain his balance pretty fairly well, and he seems pretty capable for what he is. And then he just starts shooting his wooden bow and arrow.
Wait, is he shooting arrows?
Yes, but it's like a toy.
Okay, toy arrows.
Yeah,
okay.
toy. Yeah.
I fight the urge to mage hand any of that situation.
Yeah. And you see as Artis Appleton, he makes eye contact with you, and he starts to approach, and he says, I'm sorry for earlier.
What do you have for sale? What is special today?
Oh, well, we just got this fruit in from across the sea. It's a little strange, but it smells a little stinky, but as you eat it, it kind of turns into like a creamy feel
What?
in the mouth. It's
What do you mean,
strange.
ooh? I thought you
How
liked
much
strange
is it?
fruit.
Well, no, he said it's
it's
stinky.
This
Oh.
is roughly about a silver fruit.
I will take one piece, and I'm gonna give him 3 gold for that.
Thank you.
Listen, I am pretty self-aware. I know I've been big dick. Okay? Sorry, kids. I've been big jerk.
It's okay.
Okay. I want to apologize and say that at least myself, I understand the stresses of your situation. We will help if we can.
Who told you about?
Talli, this school.
Yeah, yes.
It was a rough situation.
And
Yes.
those children do need to be
I'm
educated.
not giving you gold as to patronize you, but if it helps, it helps, and it also.
Everything helps.
I was big dick. Jerk, sorry, kids. But yes. So if we can help, we'd like to. We are new here, and we know that.
You start hearing the one tiefling saying, "Big dick, big, big dick."
Oh.
It's like, nice.
Teach him young.
But he kind of nods and he says, "It's partially my fault. I have a little bit of a lackadaisical parenting style, but it."
Do you need help turning that around?
Well, The kids are undeniably they're good. They just
Different
do
world.
questionable things here and there, and it's tough.
What do you think would help your situation out? What can us, as members of this community, do for you?
Just if you see them misbehaving, just keep an eye on them that they don't hurt anyone.
We'd also like to talk to you about possibly you selling at our establishment. We hope to get our establishment up and running, and I think...
So like fruits, vegetables, produce of the sort.
Yes, of course.
We want to make mojitos.
I think
Exactly.
Mojitos?
it's not only in our own self-interest, but in yours too. Perhaps this can be a mutual thing, and it can help you stabilize your situation.
We plan for our establishment to be rather popular.
This is a very generous. So you would just like me to sell to your establishment and supply your produce, and from there, whatever you sell or buy from me and you use?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
And on top of that, if you ever need place to stay, we would give room. If you
That's
need
true.
place to stay with these kids, within reason, we can help.
Yes,
And
as it stands, there's plenty of room.
If we
in the
ever
mine.
have like a big event, you could sell there directly. You know, big fruit event.
Bananas.
Think about it.
Bananas.
That's right. I can see the glint in your eye. You've got an idea.
It was my idea.
Well,
Bananas.
you're going to
Let
use
him-
that
let him
idea. Now.
No.
I really appreciate this.
Is there anything we could do for you now?
Do you need someone
I-
to talk to the school?
I wouldn't go forward and talk to the school.
I know, we're asking if we should.
Are they a bunch of dicks, jerks over there? Sorry, kid.
Dicks.
Well,
Dicks.
they don't appreciate that I'm really trying, but it's
Practically adults.
they'd rather have them within the system of the city, and not have them be themselves, which I don't think would be happy
want to homeschool?
those. Well, no, I send them to school. They want to put them in
Private
boarding
school.
school.
better.
No, that seems like brainwashing.
They, especially those three over
Did you go to
there,
private school?
they
Christian school, do you?
were all abandoned at a young age, and they call themselves the North Ward Irregulars, but you know they have their own fun, and
They call themselves what?
the North Ward Irregulars.
Mm.
Oh, that has to stop.
It's
It's like a
The-
dance crew.
they're good kids though. They you know they've never really had much, so what
I'd
I
get
have.
on them more for the name if we didn't also have a team name.
What is your
Demon fuckers.
oh
Demon freakers for now.
freak.
You know,
Yeah,
around the
for the
kids.
children.
Sorry, kids.
And you speak, Aerith, speak up.
Oh.
Yeah,
Hey,
I-
Aaron.
I-
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't really understand it too much. It doesn't pique my intellect.
Nice.
We're expanding though. It might be Demon Fuckers United next year.
LLC?
No.
Thought we were establishing a business here.
No.
No.
What?
Just like demons.
It's more of a hobby than a business.
I mean-
Side hustle.
It may turn into something lucrative. We don't know.
Again, if we get a demon and put him in a pit. A pit demon.
Right, but anyway, Appleton,
Yeah.
do you need anything right now for us to help you with, okay?
I can start supplying your produce, and we can start getting things done as soon as your tavern's up and running. But
How's the how are the sales on that stinky fruit? Is that kind of catching on? Like are the young
The
folks
place
into that?
down the street that's from Chult has been using it. But other than that,
What's a possible trend we can follow? The stinky fruit.
But other than that, it's
You people are good with
Maziro.
plans.
It's other than that, I don't really think there's many people buying this fruit. It's used specially for them.
Well, like we said, if you need any help, if anybody's trying to bully you into bringing his kids to the school, let us know. We will say to them, "You go away, stupid little small man."
Just keep an eye out. If you see them trying to do anything stupid, or if they do anything stupid, it would help me out a lot if you were to help them out by
Kind
discouraging.
of pull out my belt a little bit and was like, "Don't worry."
What does that mean?
Kids.
He's from older generation.
He's so old.
That's what you need to do.
He's working hard.
We're having sex on ceiling last night.
Didn't work for you.
Hugging.
I didn't know my father.
Say, listen, if I see kids doing bad thing, I have these ice gloves and I make icicles pop out of them.
Wolverine.
I'll just stab one in the face.
Don't.
Nah, just kidding. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, I appreciate this. I really do. Thank you. I'll keep this in mind. And when will your tavern start to be open?
About a 10 day. End everyone 10 day.
And when are you going to do? Are you going to do a grand opening
Oh,
party?
yes.
Or?
I think
So
so.
you will need bananas.
Bananas.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Bananas.
B-A-N-N-A.
No.
Whoa, whoa.
No.
No.
You shouldn't be teaching children.
No. I'd
Oh, right, you
send
sent
it
them to school. Good idea.
I don't.
Good. It's very good.
Thank you.
Your heart's in the right place.
Okay, Appleton. You have a nice day.
You too. Adios.
Oh, what does it mean?
It's primordial.
Nice.
Oh, I'm so happy. Next
Write in
time,
your sketchbook, Spanish is primordial.
Nice.
you just walk over ancient tome. Como se dice?
This is our world we've built.
You say,
Talking to a demon. Donde está?
¿Dónde está?
Bien. Bien.
So,
I get building a wall.
you guys, are you guys going to go somewhere, or?
Well,
Ugh.
so we handled that. Is there any other place specifically that could like give us stuff for our tavern?
All
Or-
those shops he described.
Yeah.
I guess it would have to be like, well, we
So-
gotta get milk. But,
Some, oh yeah, actually.
this is
yeah.
a shopping list.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
So, like, there's, probably for something like drinks, there's the place
Yeah.
that's, let me see.
Let's go for wherever we can get drinks. Like,
Okay,
stuff
that
for Brews.
is K&Y Wine Distribution Warehouse.
Sure.
Alright, let me go there.
Good family. Good, strong
Yes.
family.
I believe that if
So,
we help him out.
Traditional family with values.
you see, you make your way to
I like
this
this.
warehouse, and it seems to have in front of it, like, kind of painted on the front of the warehouse, it says K&Y Wine Distribution, and you see outside that there's 4 city watchers stationed outside of the wine distribution area.
We approach. Hello, gentlemen. How are you today?
Hello, how are you?
Good, good. We're here to enter this fine establishment and talk to the owners.
Talk to the owners. Sure. I can get Jail, and he will come on out. Are you procuring personal or for business?
For business.
For business.
And a little bit of personal, of course. You know. We have fun.
Roll just straight persuasion.
I like that guard was like.
Wow, we are on it tonight. 19.
Wow.
Yes. I missed this.
Oh, of course.
He turns around and he goes inside. About like 10 minutes pass, and you watch as this robust man walks out, who seems to be just red in the cheeks with a large kind of nose. Kind of looks like a out of season Kris Kringle. Kind of just walking out.
So like Tim Allen when he's in mid Santa Claus transformation.
Yes.
Drunk.
Yes.
Okay. Your type.
With
Hello,
cocaine.
Jail Kringle Nose at your service.
Hello. Hi.
My name is Kolia Porozhinsky.
Kolia. And you?
I'm Grimnir Verdun. Hello.
Yes, Oswald Blackmore at your service. We're looking.
I'm Aerith.
Oh, right. There's Aerith here too, yes.
I'm Aerith.
We're looking to.
Aerith, show them your owl.
You like my owl?
Yes, they do. Put it away.
That's canon. Oh, wow. We're looking to establish some business relations with you. You see, we're the proud owners of Troll Skull Manor down the street, across the way. And, we're running low on a supply of our most popular beverage. And we're seeing if you have any, milk that you can sell to us.
And other booze.
Well,
Just milk or
Yes.
I mean,
We're going to need a very large supply of milk.
what if
This is
someone's lactose
alcohol.
intolerant?
you would
Yeah.
need milk. It's so that it wouldn't spoil, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Quite a prized commodity.
That's
Do you have vodka?
that too.
We do. We have
May I
all types
smell?
of spirit.
What was the thing that got me crazy the other night?
That was a drink called
Howling, whatever.
Red Devil or something.
the
Dwarf woman.
shoot Hair of the Bloodhound.
Also, Hair of the Bloodhound, if you have any.
We have a few tinctures.
Alright.
Expensive.
We'll see.
100 gold a bottle.
Another day.
Let me smell vodka,
Another
please.
day.
Yes. He takes you over to this one barrel, and it seems to kind of be not tapped yet, but there seems to be a little cork at the top.
Can I smell it?
You can go.
It's not a very good
Cork
sound.
off and give it a smell. Does it smell like good vodka based on my extensive experience?
Just roll. Yeah. I just say that you would just straight. It seems that it's not a the type of vodka that would burn all the way down. It's probably smooth. It's been filtered, so it's probably like the type of vodka that it's just you wouldn't know you're actually drinking vodka.
So is it like it's very well made?
Yeah, it's high quality.
You say, "Ooh, it is really well made. I'm
We
really
have-
impressed.
We have quite a few different distributors. We also have cheap vodka and different types of spirits.
Okay. Gin, tonic, always a good idea.
I think we go the mojito route
Mojitos.
because we have fruit. We make little fruity. These people are a bunch of fruits. You see them everywhere.
Hey,
No,
it's
what's
true.
they seem like big,
Yeah.
not to use a gender now, but pussies. So we make like mojitos,
Well,
Bloody Mary.
we
Shirley
have
Temple.
I'm sorry
different
if that
types
got under your
of
skin.
Well,
drinks that we could sell.
People fruits,
We
I
have
don't know.
It's okay.
something called the
Let's
cubed
not forget,
spirit.
That's kind of fucked up, you know.
We have true dwarven stout. We have
A lot
the
to learn.
beholder. We have traffic stop. Star liquid, polymorphic brew, Pina Colossus, the Coupe de Grace.
Wait.
Venus Colossal?
Can we go back to the polymorphic brew?
Yes, the polymorphic.
Sir,
brew.
what does that do?
Well, it's commonly used in a lot of drinking games. If you burp when you drink it, you will turn into an animal,
A random animal.
a random animal.
I think we should get some of that. That would be fun for a fight.
Does that run expensive?
It's roughly 100 a cask,
Fuck me
but a cask
sideways.
will last you a while.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, listen, do you have price for wholesale if we are setting up you as the primary distributor of our tavern?
We sell.
Because we do not want to buy just one big cask, come back and say, hey, got another cask, you know?
We
This
would
wants
like
to
a
be a
continual.
operation.
Yeah.
Keep it coming, baby.
We can work on having a different distribution of alcohol. I can send you a list, and you can pick from that list. I can send you 6 of these casks a month and rotate them out.
That
That would
works.
be good. How much would that be? What is your wholesale price?
Wholesale price for 6 casks rotated up per month. I'd roughly say month is about 10 days. So I'd say for that it would be about 60 dragons
Per month?
per month.
Okay.
It is pretty reasonable.
That's
We
for the
will
Just
That's for the-
write. Are you writing this down?
I'll
Yeah.
try.
Yeah,
so
just-
that's for the polymorph?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, for a
It'd probably be better
selection out of all these different things.
Okay.
So like you can pick from
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like Spider's Bite, Hair of the Bloodhound, Lily in a Well, Dragonborn's Blood Wine.
What's this place called?
It's
Wines and wares.
it's called.
Or am I
Let me
off?
go back here.
Next session, you gotta take up Aerith's offer to message.
KN Wine Distribution.
KN.
KN Wine Distribution.
Here's the worst part. I'm a little worried that she might be like twins.
I believe that that is a very reasonable price, and we will be up and running in about 10 days. When would you need payment?
If you want, we could do payments now, and then I can send them over.
Should we do payment now?
It's up to you.
I mean,
Do it now
let's-
or in 10 days' time.
Let's get this ball rolling, I suppose, yeah.
Well, we'll come back in a few days in case we need the money. We don't want to spend it all right here, but we will be back in a couple days to get these ball rolling, you know what I mean?
Okay. So I'm gonna give you a mix of like 10 different choices, and then you guys get to pick 6.
Awesome.
All right. So I'll just give you the
polymorph
Hit
names.
him with, hit us with.
I got him.
The Bog Grog,
You guys should get some more water.
Frost Mead, let's see. Okay, so Witherbee's Whirler, Fairy Fireball,
Hey.
Sorry if I eat some of these rice cakes.
Hair of the Bloodhound,
Yeah, I know, I was like, this is incredibly rude.
Spider's Bite. Where am I at?
It's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6.
Polly.
End of the Line. The Necromancer.
8.
Not and 9 Steps.
You're a good name for drink.
Now, with a few of these, you got to be careful with how you distill it, like the 9 Steps. Its full name is the 9 Steps to Hell. It's a liquid that, when left to settle, separates into 9 parts. And basically, although you drink it down for a few seconds, the person kind of freezes up, and well, if you drink it down, it feels like days, weeks, or even months of 9 different experiences, all different forms of torture. But it can be used as a torture method, or also for some of the really excitable guests that are looking for something that's a little more different.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes they'll go for this.
Hate rapey here for a second. It's
Well,
like,
no,
whoa.
also where demons come from. That could be fun for our demon fucking
Which
night.
6 do we want?
Well, I clarify. Devils come from the 9 Hells. Demons come from the Abyss.
How educated of a barman.
I have studied the 9
you
steps
read quite a bit.
quite a bit.
Alright, so can we just go to the effects?
Yeah, so Bog Grog, Frost Mead, Witherbreeze Whirler, Fairy Fireball, Hair of the Bloodhound.
The only one I said that last one is because it's like a little more intense than the other ones.
Probably
Should
that.
get 9 steps probably. 5
Probably
more.
Hair of the Bloodhound. I think that's a good idea.
The poly whatever.
Oh yeah.
Did we get that one?
I can throw that one as an option.
Poly, what is it?
Polymorph
Pocket?
Brew or something.
Yeah.
Polymorphic.
It's I gotta find it. Polymorph Brew.
There we go.
Alright, so Hair of the Bloodhound, 9 steps, Polymorph, probably a normal one like Frost Mead. You know what I mean?
Spider's bite.
Nah, it's all
Spider's Bite. Alright, we've selected only 5, one more. End of the line for the Suiciders.
There we go.
Okay.
Just so we can give it to Sable when
Alright.
he eventually needs to kill himself.
I'll send you the list of 6. I'll text it to you.
Alright. And then I'll get back to you on kind of what they. Well, actually, we'll make it a surprise. So as you get into the
Okay.
different patrons. Alright.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Of course.
Bye.
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 What? And yes. Well.
Bye.
Bye. Yes.
Have a good day.
I'm gonna.
I look over at the guard. I was like, "Oh, we have fun, right? Ho ho! That's too
Alright.
Bye.
And you watch as his other like guard friends are just kind of like this guy.
He's a weirdo.
We go freak under my breath.
We've been doing a good job. We got drinks and fruit and
We're
vegetables.
going around getting all this.
I would like to go speak to the tiger eye person. See if he maybe needs help or something.
Me too.
I want to
Let's
give
give
it
it a
shit out of
waltz.
something. You know what I mean? Maybe he needs help.
Yes, come on, let's waltz on over. Stepping forward.
So you guys make your way towards.
It's hard to step forward in roleplay.
Well, you need to have your legs bowed the entire time.
You kind of make your way towards this place called Tiger's Eye, and as you walk yourself in,
But this is the same black and white place?
yes, it is.
Oh, charming. I'm going to keep low.
You make your way in front of the outside is unremarkable, and its only distinguishing mark is an orange and black sign featuring a cat's eyes. Inside is a regal apartment dimly lit by flickering oil lamps. But you watch as like the lamps seem to radiate like a white light. So you watch as everything around you as you kind of step into this transition area before this apartment. Everything starts to go a little bit black and white.
This place is super cool.
Whoa. Everything's in black and white.
You knock on the door. Hello?
Come in.
Open the door.
You see as like you open it up, it says Vincent Trench, private detective on the front of it. And you see sitting behind a desk, smoking a slim pipe, dressed in a sharp suit. There's a man there that seems very trimmed and finely dressed.
Hello,
Can I
Mr.
help you?
Trench.
Oh, hello. How are you?
Do you have anything for us?
Actually, do.
Fantastic.
What are you talking about?
I had met this man a little while ago.
But
I was
first,
hoping to get-
didn't we talk about a little agreement or something?
Yes, but I figured that you'd do it first before we actually gave you the full pay. Do your job.
Well, I did do my job.
Alright, then let's hear it.
The Sea Maidens Fair. Things are happening there. I can't tell you what, but I told you I needed a favor.
Okay.
It's part of our agreement, yes.
Sadly.
Well, there's going to be a performance happening down at this place called Lightsinger Theatre. Tonight there's going to be this woman called the Blackbird trying to defend her title as champion of poems. for the 5th time in a row.
What's your thing?
Order Deep hasn't seen a bard for magnitude in centuries, and I need someone there tonight to oversee various events and things that might happen.
What do you anticipate happening to beautiful lady?
Beautiful lady.
I have stumbled into things having to do with the Cult of Asmodius.
Oof.
You know
Alright.
what we do.
So, we'll go down and handle that. Any information that you do have, please write it down on a piece of paper. I don't believe in hearsay, I believe in actual tangible things. And if I read anything on that piece of paper that's wrong, I will be back for the money that I gave you.
We will all be truthful. I'll see you soon.
Fantastic.
If we do this, I would also like to hire you to figure something out for me, for all of us.
That's fair. What are you looking for?
He's pricey.
Oof.
Philric Lefine. She is Drow. She has been following our group. I would be really interested to know who it is, who is her patron, and what is her background, and what is her interest in this group.
And if she's a threat,
Yes.
Do you have any idea of where to start?
Well, she's been following us all the time, so
how many drow are in this city?
There's been a little bit of an uptick, specifically around the Sea Maiden's Fair.
well, if I were, yes, if we do not know exactly, but she has been following. So if you follow us, I'm sure one day you will find her.
I mean, she also seemed to use a sewer network to get away from us.
Well, I'll delve into this. It will cost approximately 60 gold.
Oof.
Right?
So, yes. Oof.
How do you think I
Well,
whittled him down to a favor?
how long will it take?
Blowjob.
I believe also she may be working with Bregendoth. I do not know what it is.
I can investigate that.
How many days will it take you?
Give me 5 days.
Can I pay half now, half then? We
That's
will
fair.
do this favor.
That's fair.
Okay, so I will give you sorted the icons.
Oof, we
I'll
are
be back after the favor.
Alright.
For
We've spent
whatever
60
other
dragons.
So he says to you, if something happens, if this person is in danger, it would benefit me if you helped her.
Do you know if there will be attack?
I don't know for sure, but there's a possibility always.
Can we get closer? Do we have to be an audience?
Well, the Lightsinger Theatre is approximately up in the seaward, and it's quite a nice theatre.
Can I get involved with this somehow? Any ideas
You
for
could
us?
possibly try to involve yourself within this. Some monthly poem battle, if you feel like you're...
I am quite good at poems.
Right. Well,
I don't want to gloat, but my first year of college, I really got in there, you know.
70 years ago?
50, yes.
Nice. This guy's an old fart.
But he got mad pussy back in the day.
You know, last night he got serious pussy.
Jeez.
so you guys...
You can do that too, by the way. Don't worry.
What?
You just
You
have
don't
to.
have to.
You don't have to. But
I
I,
just,
he
you know,
just,
I don't like drinks that make me like lose control.
You talk to that kid. Listen to my voice.
did he talk to somebody?
Yeah.
Who'd you talk
He
to?
talked to a cute little gnome guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just trying to get to know the place and stuff like that. Yeah.
Hey, man.
Sorry.
Love is love.
This is not appropriate. We'll do this. When is Blackbird defending her
I'm just gonna
title?
leave it
That
ambiguous
is
for
right.
I wanna write that line.
Are we
as
an
long
audience
as
or can you
possible.
get us closer?
You could probably go
Last
that.
session, he just
I would
turns
imagine a
to
puppet.
Sable.
Okay.
It's cats the whole time.
Take the cat down.
Of course, you could probably buy for that, but it's up to you.
No. We'll see if we can. If you cannot get us passes to get him closer, then what do we do?
This woman, by the way, this poet, what does she look like?
She has black hair. She is thin, approximately stands about 5'4", and wears a monocle.
Okay. Cute. Pretty. Young.
Yes.
Yes to all three. Wow.
Is there any ways? Is she aware of any threat on her life?
That is why I'm sending you to be discreet.
Now, have we gone over this? The threat? Do we know what
cult.
faction? This is the cult.
The
This
cult.
is the
Okay.
cult.
Our
Some
specialty.
demons.
A good punch in the face.
That is also where we are meeting Mort.
Have we also discussed the deal this is? Are we exchanging this for... the
Yes,
Gnoming?
wait, why are we doing this?
So that way I can give you information about the Sea Maiden's Fair.
What the fuck is a Sea Maiden's Fair?
That's apparently where we should be going because there's activity there. This is the information I need to get from him if we do this fair.
How does this relate to him or me?
The cult.
Oh, okay. Right, okay.
It's okay if you get.
It's up to you if you want the information.
What?
I would like
It's
that
rattled.
information.
We will do it.
Okay.
Very well.
You see these gloves? They are cold.
Do it.
Do what? They're cold. Seriously cold.
That's frightening.
Wait, why are you so chill? Why are you so like relaxed right now? We're talking about serious things.
I'm usually very relaxed.
You know what? I take that back. You don't
Why
look
is it
relaxed.
black and white in here?
I like it. On my eyes.
Do I have like
Helps me think.
a stigma?
I'm gonna. Can I determine this is a magic thing? The
Yeah,
black
yeah.
and white stuff. Arcana would be 19.
Yeah, it's definitely magic illuminating from the different like candles and.
With a
things
19, would I be able to know? Is this like something like thaumaturgy like or illusion?
It's
I guess?
more, yeah, it's more illusion.
Okay, it's
yeah.
just okay. All right.
Do you think we could get like super cool lighting at a throw skull?
Like
That's
this.
a good idea.
These are like disco. Like kids.
Crazy
Disco?
colors.
What's
The
disco?
kids are doing it these days. It's different lights and you drink mojitos.
We're starting a disco club. You see.
Bananas!
B-A-N-A-N-A-N-A-N
Out of all the people that can't spell a fruit's name,
Appleton.
That could, I could do it. Just. Let me just double check. I could possibly work with some things around there and see what I can do. You wanted it colorful?
actually, now that I think of it.
Well, I mean, what do
Both
they
of us
come
can
in,
have
you
those
know?
poets.
Do they have options when
You
you...
have it in your soul.
I
know
did
it
this.
You did this.
I did this.
Is there a way you could configure our candles to do all sorts of things?
I could try.
Well,
It
we're
takes-
going to need certainty.
It would take some time, approximately about for enchanting all your candles with. Do you have a list of ideas?
Disco is the list.
Disco.
Disco.
Disco. Yes.
I could do that in about a week.
You know, it's a bit of a creative license for you to really get into the mind.
Yes.
Disco.
Break out of the black, white.
Yes.
You know, like it. Green.
Think
amber,
about that. Think about green for a second.
blue.
I could do that.
Very cool.
Do
We've got
this.
something here.
You do this, you might be able to get some mad pussy.
What the fuck are we? You could get some mad pussy.
He
Where
kind
the
of chuckles. He
demon
kind of
fuck is?
chuckles. He kind of chuckles at that one. I get it. Tiger's eye.
Ooh, yeah, dab.
Oh, we have fun. All right, we're gonna
We're
make sure
going
this
to go,
poet doesn't die.
Help her now.
Damn it.
Yes, well done. Well done.
Shoot! Now my mouse
Mad
isn't working.
pussy.
It's really good. Oh,
Suka bliat.
Chukabloit. So, shoot.
I gotta pee.
Should we take a little?
Yeah, you want to take
mini
a quick little break?
Yeah, breaky break.
little break?
And we're good.
The day continues to pass by, and you eventually find your way outside of the Light Singer Theater. You realize that at this moment in time that everyone seems to be dressed up for this occasion.
Oof.
Do we
all
dress up?
You were asked to.
Oh, well, I actually have
We're slam
some
poets.
fancy.
You actually probably.
I have some fancy clothes.
Yeah.
Can I put on my fancy clothes?
My armor is fairly
Polished.
polished.
I'm signing up as a slam poet.
Yeah, me too. You should do it.
I don't
Wait,
know.
can we-
guys.
where's the sign up?
There's a registration outside.
Yes.
What?
Hello?
us Dale folk?
Yes.
My name is Kolia Prozinski. I am slam poet.
I feel the passion in your soul. So what are
Puts
you?
the slam.
What's your
costume.
category for tonight?
Slam poetry.
And what will you be speaking about?
The pit.
Whoa.
That sounds the pit, like of life or hate or.
The pit.
He puts on his beret.
Kolia. Okay. I got you down.
I would also like to sign up.
And you are.
I'm J.K. Verdun.
Okay, J.K. Verdun. I got you down here.
That's nice.
And what are you going to spin for us tonight?
I think dwarf women. The majesty of.
Oh, I thought you were going to do dwarf women. That's what he's asking.
And
What format are you?
Oh, slam poetry.
slam poetry.
Right, we're all slam
Or
poets.
actually,
And you,
musical
you,
slam poetry.
you are joining too?
Of course. What?
We have so many beautiful artists here tonight.
Thank you.
So what is your name?
The name's Slice.
Slice.
Damn it. I have to write this down now.
The name's Slice.
Slice Jamboree. McTernan.
Damn it! I was done writing. McTernan.
McTernan. It's my grandma's maiden name.
Is it really?
Yes.
Well, that's for the internet to know now.
200 subscribers. These are honest.
Well, this is all so wonderful. As you all know, that Blackbird is going tonight.
What are you going to be doing your poem on?
Oh yes.
Coming out to the world as a warrior?
He's not gay.
What?
I don't think he's gay.
The fruit.
The fruit.
I think fruit says a lot.
You're right.
I'm going to do it about the fruit.
And
That's
you
nice.
watch as
I've
Mert
never felt so liberated.
approaches, and behind him there's this other woman who seems to have a little bit of black hair that's curly, that comes from the side, has darker skin, and you notice that she's carrying black stuff. It's black staff, the black staff, who's in charge of
Yeah, we met.
the basically all of
Are the Greyhands?
the Greyhands.
Oh, okay.
And she speaks up and she says, "Well, I'd like to compliment you all on how you look tonight.
Thank you.
I look forward on talking to you, basically figuring out who you all are. My name is Vajira, and I am very, very impressed with what you all have done. I run the private security force beholden to the Black Staff, and as a Greyhand, you would be tasked with various different things that would help out protect the city in the long run. There's various things that we can talk to over this, and what your benefits are as a Greyhand.
Thank you.
There's steady pay with a Greyhand,
Which is?
100 gold per month.
Wow.
But is on the premise that you are on call 30 hours each 10 day.
Now, this title of a Greyhand, is this like we're taking sort of commissions? You commission us to engage in a little bit of rabble-rousing?
It is not rabble-rousing, but work done for the sake of the city, yes.
Right.
But we are looking to basically procure you all, and hopefully as time allows, we are able to see you grow and help you out and eventually have you all possibly help out the city in need if there is ever a crisis.
Well, is this how Greyhands are formed? Do you go about finding a
We
ragtag group?
find talent.
Okay.
We find talent that we think there's growth there.
It'd be okay if I wore these gloves and I know they're more whites and grey,
And
but
she snaps, and you're in like a nice dress clothes.
this was part of my slam poetry. This will not do.
What did you just do?
You're crushing an artist.
What have you done?
The aesthetic is half the battle.
I'm sorry, I didn't. You are.
A slam
Part-
poet.
I'm so sorry.
And she dispels it. I'm sorry. I
He
did.
truly does
Okay.
put the slam in slam poetry.
Yes,
Artis discriminated.
but I'd like to give each of you one of this, and she hands you a clasp that resembles a human hand, fingers together and palm out. And it is a Greyhand token.
Who's this? The Black Staff? Is that who it was?
Yes.
We only need two others for our friends.
She hands it because they're there for this.
Oh,
They're here for this.
Hey, guys.
Hi guys, it's me. It's me, the
Hi.
Tabaxi boy. I like climbing things. And so, if you
Wait, is this a token like you clasp on?
yeah, you
Sure.
can clasp on
I
it.
put this like right next to my Harper Guild.
Yeah,
dude,
it's,
you're a Boy Scout.
It's
Getting all
and,
the
and that's
I will
and that's
collect
actually
all of
it's invisible too, the Harper one. So like you can
Right.
turn it invisible and not visible.
I'm gonna.
So it's something that you hide. It's
Okay.
not a
Oh, right. But it is still like a little walkie-talkie thing.
yes,
Right.
yes.
Combat.
So I'll get messages, I assume, later on.
As
Glad
if
they
things
didn't
happen.
hear about my fuck sessions.
So
I feel like
We
that's
did. And that's why
they
we're here for
overheard.
you.
You have a good heart.
So the thing about this item is that it gives you advantage on charisma checks made to interact with civic officials of Waterdeep.
Nice. What's it called?
Greyhand Token. And it also, as a bonus action, you call upon Agathon's Dragon Ward to bolster your next attack or spell you cast. If you choose to bolster attack, the next attack you make deals bonus force damage equal to your character level.
Force damage equal to character. And then what was the other thing that it can do? Advantage on
charisma checks with civic officials of Waterdeep. Now,
at all times.
You
have it.
When you have it.
Okay.
Now, it is a extension of trust when I hand this to each and every one of you, that you will do your best to protect Waterdeep from its enemies and those that would threaten to undermine the political system within our city.
We appreciate your gesture and we assure you that we will help where we can. Will we be answering to you or do we have a different handler?
You will be answering to me with all things mattering the Greyhands, and you would answer to Mert. Yes, for anything with the Harpers. But our factions do not fight against each other. There is no ill will between the Harpers and the Greyhands. We work very closely together. And Mert suggested me to you all as he approached me earlier.
Well, we appreciate what you have offered us.
I would like to send you on your first mission, but we can discuss that as we go inside after.
Yes, we have something very important.
We have to get into the right mindset.
Slam poetry.
I see.
There's a lot of work and prep to it.
I understand it a little bit for me to get into my own mindset for different things. Very well. It was very good meeting you all. And I expect a lot from you all. I really do.
Right, well, enjoy the show.
You too.
Oh, we are the show, so. Got it.
Okay.
The demon fuckers are a bit passive aggressive.
Yeah, you guys are very sassy. That's the one thing that I've noticed about you guys.
It's too fun.
Yeah.
Hi, thanks.
Alright.
Wait, I hate when there are women in the campaign. You know?
Whoa! Wow!
Whoa.
Totally, dude.
But this is what she looks like.
Oh, okay. That's
I
cool.
like the guy next to her. Yeah.
So
Beards are nice. You get to hold on.
you guys make your way into Lightsinger Theater, and it's a beautiful establishment. There seems to be about enough seating for about 200 people, and you make your way through, and you're brought along into the back where you see that there's a lot of people running back and forth, and that's when you see her. That's when you see Blackbird. The woman, the greatest bard, the champion of poems for the 5th time in a row. She waves her hair gracefully, and you see that there's an innate, almost beauty to her, something that you can't touch. And
We'll see about that.
Fuck yeah.
and it's not just
Ruin it.
the way that she looks, but it's the way that as she seems to talk to people around her, the words just seem to flow off the tongue. And the beauty of her voice hits you. As from across the ground, you hear her beautiful voice shrilling into your ears.
She sounds beautiful.
I don't know how much we need this information.
And one by one, different bards are all sent out to do their poetry. And starting off, Sir Oswell.
Well, what was... Wait,
Is he number one?
Did they
It's number one.
the guy next to us?
No, wait, no. It's,
Can you
it's-
introduce me, please?
Speaking is Slice Jamboree McTernan. He will be speaking about the fruit.
Thank you.
You walk on stage and you get hit with this crimson light that seems to descend from up above. There's sparkling around you as you feel yourself being lifted up off your feet.
Whoa, I'm being floated. Oh.
Mhm.
You got it.
How big is this auditorium here?
It's about 220 people. Like, it goes up 80 feet. Like, there seems to be intricate designs across the top of it, and everyone's just staring at you expectantly.
And I was sort of like drifting a little bit as I'm floating just a slight bit. Because I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
Okay. The fruit. What is the fruit? That which I know, that which I don't know. Juice. Oh, juice! Juice from the heavens! But at what cost?
At what cost? Roll a performance check.
Oh, that was almost really good. 11. Pretty good for a first time.
One guy.
As I'm turning, yes, thank you.
And he just kind of jerked off stage.
Thank you.
Next.
I fucked it up. I fucked the whole thing up, guys.
I'll go up next.
I fucked it all up.
Kolia Provinsky.
Wait,
Wait.
no, didn't you have a... Oh, you didn't have a...
The pit.
First off, when I get up there,
Yeah.
I would like to look around and see if I see any, like, Cult of Asmodius, any shady looking people, just as I go there, because this is
that
our
was really
job.
smart.
perception,
Oh
yeah.
shit! I completely forgot to do that.
I'm in this.
I completely... I thought you...
8.
That is
You got
very
into
smart.
it.
That's why I'm low wisdom.
As you go up there and you try and scan the crowd, there's no people in.
Nothing stands out.
Yeah, nothing stands out. People are all in dress clothes and there's no
Alright.
masks. Yeah, not even opera masks. So, yeah.
So I'm floating?
You start to, as you get to the center and you look out to the crowd, you start floating up a little bit.
As I float.
First, there was nothing. And then, life expanded. Below, life. The pit. It's the pits. Blackness. Oblivion. Do not go to the pit. It is blackness. Oblivion. And life is here. Down there, none.
Roll performance.
And then I fire ice.
roll the hit and roll
I
performance.
just fired straight up.
No, you still just roll the hit for me.
Performance at advantage?
It's like a 23 to
Okay.
hit, so I'm just firing
Yeah.
straight up. I want them to arc and hit each other.
Okay, alright. So
This is
so
so
you watch
good.
as he launches these icicles and they hit and they shatter and there's like a little snowfall. Roll with advantage.
Damn!
Please tell me he wins. I hope he's
That is an
champ.
that is an 11.
Clap!
Yeah, there seems to be one girl screaming.
Ooh!
That.
I say, I go back, say, pretty good job.
That was incredible.
Next is Blackbird. You watch
Wait. Never mind.
as her form drifts across the floor. floating. Blackbird with fame. The hollow-sounding trump of fame may never magnify your name, nor even in the small renown of any close
While she's
encircled
doing
town.
this, can I look for any
Oh, sure.
cultists?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
so caught
yeah.
up in that poetry, I keep forgetting. I'm gonna do that as well.
Perception, I guess.
Yeah. Oh wait, is it perception or investigation?
I'm doing perception to find out. 16.
Can
No, you
Because
don't
I'm
see.
waiting for that. There he is! Get down!
Is there anyone like backstage that like
No, there's nothing.
Um,
You took your time to look around, and I'd say with your passive perception, yeah, you don't see anybody.
okay.
Am I able to, like, without intruding on the stage, stay to the side at the lower portion in case people, I don't know, jump towards the stage? I just like to
Yeah,
play.
yeah, of course.
Okay.
So she continues, of any close and simple town, may men exalt your praises high to fill a little local sky.
Wow.
But evermore and evermore to times remote is the firmest shore. Through all the storms of life may beat, your fame will find a safe retreat. A haven shore and
Defend her.
undefiled
Go.
within
Just
the
do it.
memory of
You
your
can
child.
bang her.
And you watch as the crowd goes wild.
It's her moment.
Now we'll bang her.
Later. Why do you want to watch?
She drifts back off and she says, "Good luck."
Thank you.
Truly a gift.
All right. Next
She's truly special.
is shoot. I'm sorry. I forgot.
JK Verdun.
J.K. Verdun.
I would like to, before I get on stage, to play a slight ominous couple of notes.
Roll.
Do we got
Roll
anything, John?
first. One performance check.
Okay. Well, no, I'm using
no,
a charge of my instrument
Okay.
for that.
Are you okay? So you're giving yourself bardic inspiration.
Yes, I'm doing the little thing for my new
All right.
hurdy
Go
gurdy.
for it. Go for it.
I do such a thing. I walk out. I'm totally naked except for a cloth as I float up quite majestically.
Now what's your it's Dwarven Girl, right?
Yeah, for a woman.
J.K. Verdun with Dwarven Girl. Floating through the establishment to the center of the stage, you find yourself in front of 200 people. But
Racism!
you watch as Black Ichor falls onto the ground. Black Ichor flies to the right. Black Ichor to the left. And it flies out, spewing onward.
Performance that bitch.
Roll with advantage. And add your bardic
I
inspiration.
will. That's a crit!
Ooh,
Kids on fire tonight, huh?
Well, the first was a 3, so
Wow.
And then just roll.
that is
roll-
a
just roll your
crit plus
to-
6.
Okay,
But yeah.
so 26
And your bardic inspiration?
and your bardic inspiration.
Come on, man.
Just add it all.
Plus 5.
Plus 5. Okay, you beat it. Wow.
Does he technically
Beat it.
double die roll?
It was DC 30.
Wow.
Racism.
All to the, as you're playing this like horrific song.
Yeah. Racism.
You watch as Blackbird crumples to her knees.
Whoa.
She's dead.
And she's crying. I will never be as great!
Sick.
And yeah, fuck that whole encounter. And you watch as the whole crowd erupts in applause, and everyone's like, J.K.
up to you backstage. Now we beg her.
Nice.
Nice. You're a sex god, dude.
I don't know where to go. And you watch as the rest of the ceremony closes out, but nothing comes as close to your act, J.K. Verdun.
Wow.
You have toppled the rest of the bards at the Light Singer Theater, and you find yourself outmatched in another league, a league of your own. And it's a great sensation when you stand up there, bouquet in hand, a little tiara.
I cry
You
violently.
cry. Good.
I'm putting tiara in my victory sash. What is it? What's the name? Bard of the Year or whatever?
It's called. Oh shoot! Here. Where'd it go?
By the way, I just want people to know this is still what I look like. So
yeah.
Champion of Poems.
Whoa.
Grimnir Verdun champion.
Is there a monetary?
Yes, there should be.
Yeah.
Other places.
What are we getting? Wow, 31.
I didn't think that you guys were gonna beat this, so I have to figure this out.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You gave me that new hurdy-gurdy, bitch.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
That was a solid performance. Whew. I like how that escalated from pretty shitty beat poetry from me to like, oh, that's good. That actually sounds like beat poetry to a masterpiece.
I'm gonna be that one guy who plays D&D, and I'm gonna take a picture of this crit just for.
Hit him with it. Send it to your girlfriend.
Just be like, I got a champion of
Hey,
poems with this.
Mindy or whatever the hell his name is.
Mindy?
Or Macy.
Macy?
Musty.
Hail Musty!
Oh no!
When are you gonna come home? I miss you.
Right? Can you imagine?
Can you imagine someone missing
Can you imagine a woman, Chris?
Okay.
Looks like he's got
So-
a big penis.
He's black for some reason. You see, that's what you do though. You take the pain of a beholder killing you into art.
Beautiful turnaround.
Thank God
Okay.
he didn't die, yeah.
It was worth it.
Racism.
Roll a D100.
Okay.
Get a 100, baby.
That's going to be a 74.
Oh, that's a good number.
74. Okay, you get from this 140 dragons.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Dude, you just went from being a street peddler to being the richest guy in the room. This dude's a
I
hag of
did
gold.
just go from 2 gold.
You are swimming through water deep right
Yeah,
now.
you just got, that was a good roll too.
140, you said?
Yeah.
That saved us, by the way. I mean, we were pretty dirt poor after all those purchases.
104, damn. Good roll, man.
Whew!
44, baby. That's where we at.
He watches Blackbird wallowing in self-pity.
Why?
If you want, you can bang him.
I was supposed to win.
Supposed to win.
I was supposed to win.
But you were
supposed to win.
Oh, no. I was supposed to win. And everyone else was supposed to lose.
Your voice is shrill. Maybe the reason.
No. He told me off.
Who told you?
I come down with my tiara.
fantastic performance.
Oh, thank you.
It's fine.
You're one of those things.
50 years of work.
It's a lot of affirmation for
Yeah.
creative.
That's fine.
By the way, I'm wearing this
It's-
tiara everywhere.
Nice.
I will regain my fame and become eternally forever. You You did this next month. Next month. You and me. Ooh,
Poetry
we will
battle?
go again. Right here at the Light Singer Theater.
We could maybe do this in a different way.
I don't know what you are up to, and I don't like the way you are looking at me.
Persuasion? Ah,
You giving her the eye?
that's an 8.
I will destroy you the next time you come to fight against me.
Got
You've
it.
taken so much away from me.
Can I roll insight on when she said what she meant by when she said I was supposed to win?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, I saw that in your eyes for a second. That was like, whoa. She meant-
17.
17.
Big 17.
Like she thought she knew she was going to win.
Like it was
Like-
fixed.
Like, yeah.
Almost.
I'm going to say, who did you speak to about fixing this?
None of your business.
What the?
None of your
Who is
business.
she? You saw his performance, correct, Miss Blackbird?
Yes, it was
It
best
was wonderful.
I've seen.
No, I'm talking about his. You saw. What the?
It's the hurdy-gurdy.
Blackbird.
Well, you saw his performance. I'm sure you saw the amazing feat of what he conjured with his hands, right?
It was okay.
It was okay. Do you want to show her again?
No, I want to know who it was that you contacted. We had reason to believe your life was in danger.
My life's not in danger.
Then who told us that it was?
I don't know.
You think I am slam poet?
Do you see what I did? It was awful.
It was terrible.
Okay, well, it's okay. You would
Probably
counter
the
that.
worst thing I've seen on
Alright.
stage.
There's
like,
a
in
reason I'm
6
here,
years.
okay?
You're
Do you
right.
think I would go on stage and do that just because I'm aspiring? Why do you think I'm here?
Why are you here?
To
I'm
save
here to
your
protect
life.
you. Now you should tell us if there's something we should know.
Roll persuasion.
Does he get advantage because I'm helping at all?
Yeah.
Oh, 21.
21. I'm supposed to be written down in the history books as the best bard who's ever lived. That's what they told me.
They?
He,
Who?
Raktar.
Ah, there we go. That's something.
Who is this person, Raktar?
The devil I made a pact with.
Now, is that metaphorical? Or is this an actual demon, devil, whatever have you?
It's a devil.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry, I was changing my name to Grimnir Verdun, Champion of Poems.
He's busy.
I'm engraving myself.
You listen.
He told me until I am eternal, until my name is written down in the record books as the best bard, he will assist me and help me. Help me tonight.
Is there any reason we should believe that this deal has gone terribly wrong in your life is in danger? Because we took it from a very trustworthy source. People are looking after you.
I don't need your help. I am going to get back my fame. I'm going to become the best bard who ever lived. And if you
try to get in my way again next month, I will destroy you.
I readjust my tiara.
Alright.
See you then.
Well, I think there's plenty of room for creative forging that this rivalry we have. You two can really get some, material off of this anger.
She kind of turns heel and starts trying to walk away.
Can I try to, if we're leaving in a moment, I would like to try to sell my ichor to those in the crowd.
I'd say with your roll, I'd say roll persuasion at advantage. There's some dumbass noble families.
We'll drink your spit. Oh, he's gonna spit for us. Get in your mouth, kids. This is your only chance. Yum, 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 yum.
Yep, that is going to be a 19 with
19.
advantage. You're saving me with that advantage, man. Because it's
So-
like either 3 or 19.
A young boy comes over to you and he says, "Will I be as good as you if I drink this?"
Open your mouth.
Oh.
And you watch as he hands you 5 copper.
Come on.
He goes and grabs some.
No. I'll give it to your director.
I'm gonna say I'm not here. Okay, are you there? We are not here.
Life is odd.
Acquiesce, my child.
And you fill this poor boy's mouth to the brim with your black
Oh, that's disgusting.
You know.
as he proceeds to start to vomit.
You guys saw Godzilla, right?
Yeah.
Godzilla. When he
Godzilla.
takes the
atomic
Volo.
breath thing?
Yeah.
Good man.
You've started something. You don't know what, but you've definitely started something.
I'm gonna look over. Anybody else?
Roll disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Well, he's doing
Persuasion
that.
with disadvantage.
Should we let her leave this place? Have we done our job?
Okay, that's still going to be a 17.
Oh, what's Grimnir doing?
No.
You watch as one more boy
Probably
lines
somewhere.
up. And again, the words drop out of his mouth. Life is odd.
How much copper does he have? Gold or whatever.
He just gives you 3 copper this
Hustler,
time.
man.
3 shards, that's what it's called, I
We
think.
should figure out who this Raktar is.
I do that, and then I go back to these boys.
Where were you?
Huh?
Where were you?
Meeting my fans.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
My wife.
Nice. You did a really good job.
Thank you. You guys were
This is
fantastic.
really well designed.
I like the ice.
Thank you. You needed more like,
I know, I saw what you did and I realized I wasn't even doing beat
You
poetry at all.
do this.
But
Your hand
So,
movements were
it's
really
at this
good.
point that Vajir kind of walks up and she says, "Well, that was
Beautiful. Yes.
yeah,
What did you think?
it was really good. I understand why you needed the attire.
Yeah. You got any idea who Raktar is?
Sounds like Reptar.
Sounds Bizzle. No,
Yeah.
Well, it is.
Devil. Turns out that this we were sent here
No,
by
it's actually demonic. I think that's correct. It's with them. Okay.
we were sent here by by Mr. Trench from the Tiger's Eye to watch out for any attempt on the life of both the Blackbird, and we were speaking to her, and I believe that this Raktar made contact with her to assure her victory today.
There's more than that. She's made a dark deal.
Jeez.
It seems like she's made a deal with the devil,
Well,
so to speak.
Sadly, the thing is that with deals such as that, it's not against the laws of Waterdeep.
Yes, but we were also informed that the Cult of Asmodius would be interested in this.
Now, was this something that Vincent Trench sent you on as a personal favor? Or?
Yes.
Well, you did your deed, didn't you? You came here, oversaw it.
Simply letting you know. We are cold hands, or not cold hands, Greyhands.
Pretty cool though if we were.
I appreciate you letting me in the know.
Just letting you know.
But getting on to what I wanted you all to do.
Yes.
Obviously there's evil beyond what there's been the petty violence of the street thugs of the Xanthar and the Zentarum. And also what's going on with the Cult of Asmodius. I'd like all of you to seek out this man named Halam. He's a monk who lives on the cave on the side of Mount Waterdeep.
What's his name?
Halam.
Halam. Okay.
H-L-A-M.
H-L-A-M.
Yes. He's a little bit of a recluse. He stays to himself, and I wouldn't ask. Yes, he does. He's been there for hundreds of years. If you see him, ask him what he's heard about threats to the city, but try not to annoy him or overstay your welcome. He stays to himself because he needs time to think and go through his own thoughts. And I think that's a very noble thing for someone to do. But Mount Waterdeep is about 1,500 feet above sea level on the far side of the city. I'd advise getting some supplies because the trail to Helm's Cave is steep and winding. But it'll take you about maybe 2 days.
Okay. Do we have any reason to fear that Helm is against the city?
No. He is a part of He's a part of the Order of the Gauntlet, which they seek out and destroy evil before it gains a foothold in anywhere that they can find it. And that's why I thought that the surge of violence within the city might stir Halam to possibly get away from his cave and possibly try to get involved. I don't know if he'll feel the need to be involved, as he usually keeps to himself, but I believe that's something that's worth pursuing.
Okay.
I would like to ask, you ever happen to find like a cool, like useless but cool thing, like item, whatever? Send it to our inn so we can like put it up and it'll be like cool.
Alright. Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Just like if you find something random, you say,
I
oh,
wish
this
we skimmed
Well,
it.
This is a
kind of
cool.
useless. Yes.
Part of working with Force Grey is that during certain, as a Greyhound, if there's need for certain items or something that is a little more specific for a mission, we'll be able to provide items provided they are returned after the mission.
So like you happen upon garage sale, see like, oh, this cool little lamp.
Might look
Send
good
it
in
our
a,
way.
Yeah, it might look good in a tavern. You know, that's what we're talking about.
Lamps.
Yeah,
No, that's an example.
Yeah.
You want me to procure you lamps?
No, this is
No,
like a
there's an
thing you
example.
keep in the back of your head. You know.
You know, you see something, you're like, oh, it's cool. Let's know.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
These young people are about aesthetic.
understand.
I'm quite
I just have a lot
tapped
to worry about
I
other
do.
than.
Oh, yeah, no,
We'll go speak to Halam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, we should also go back to Tiger's Eye to...
We got to go back to there. We got to go speak to Mr. Trench, and then we'll do this with Halam.
Mm.
Oh, what?
Oh! It's
Sorry,
not
that
from your
is,
butthole.
that yes. I will be right there, Lariel.
Nice save.
Good save. The DM knows.
So, have a good day.
You too.
Yes. Sleep well tonight.
No, I will.
Okay. She turns away and Mart kind of follows behind. Yes, yes. We will contact you if we need something done. But I can send you a different message. But we are trying to find different things with some of our agents, but well, we can discuss certain things later on.
Yes. After we finish with this helm.
Yes. I bid you adieu. And
What?
That's Inferno, I believe.
adieu.
I do.
I do.
Deep Draconic.
Deep Draconic.
Yeah. Deep, not beep.
Deep Draconic.
Deep
That's where you
Draconic.
swear a lot.
See you later. Mort.
I'll see you, Kolia. It's weird.
In a while.
Those are weird.
That's alright.
I feel like we're very bad at goodbyes.
Yeah, so we gotta
go
work
to
on
Mr.
that. We gotta work on
Trench.
that.
No, that was so solid. Let's
We
get
go
out
to
of here.
Mr. Trench.
We go to Mr. Trench.
That was impressive.
It's getting late in the night, and as you approach Vincent Trench's establishment, you realize that it is closed for the evening.
Is the blacksmith open?
The Ember.
That's a good spot too.
Oh, it's the Steam and Steel. As you again pass by that, it's at this hour at night. It's closed too.
Cool.
So
I have to make
that'd be something to take care of in the morning. But I think now is a good time to kind of wrap things up for the session.
Sure.
Okay.
And we'll kind of continue on with more shenanigans.
It's perfect.
Yeah,
Alright. And that's it.
that's it for now.
Eat all my chocolate Oreos.
Lariel?
Grimnir's adventures be done.